Hello everyone! How you doing? Like the music today. It's very catchy. It's the Summerfest music and it's lovely. It's nice. Have some catchy music. Ekki skemma stólinn. My cat is trying to destroy my hubby's computer chair for some reason. Today, Katla has started the stream with violence. That's good to know. Oh, hello! Oh, 7 months, Abe. That is so much. Thank you. Perfect timing for the Endwalker stream, yeah. Oh, Amy wanted to talk to me. Do you want to talk to me on stream, on off it? Probably gonna have to get me off it. I don't know how long it's gonna be today. Katla, don't destroy anything, please. No. Nei, nei, nei. Hættu. Sorry, cat management. She's found the cat cam thing and is wondering if she should destroy it right now. Do I want more Final Fantasy panels? I'm editing some Twitch overlays like panels and so, and I wanted to edit some Final Fantasy related stuff with Vivi. Would you like some? Oh, channel points would be amazing. And I wouldn't mind seeing what you're making as Final Fantasy panels, but channel points, yes. Cat, please stop. Good to hear. She's under the bed again. You can see her tail. She's being just destructive today. But yeah, I would love something for the channel points because the channel points are kind of boring right now. So that would be amazing. And like I wouldn't mind seeing something. What word am I supposed to say? This minute. Minute? Minute? Oh, you want me to say that? How did you say it? How did you say I was supposed to say it? It was for Sean? Was it for Sean? For Sean leveleur. It's not easy. Abe keeps on giving me pointers like how to pronounce it and just get like leveleur. Leveleur is the last name. But for Sean? I know the L was Forceno Leveyer. Forceno Leveyer. Forceno Leveyer. We're gonna meet him a lot. I need to be able to do the Sherlaya name. Forceno Leveyer. Leveyer. Is it not Leveyer? It's Leveyer? Oh, Forceno Leveyer. Forceno Leveyer. I'm gonna forget it immediately, but thank you. I'm gonna need you. There. Get in your bed, please. Thank you. Don't destroy it though. Cat really chose violence today. What have you been doing? You're like nothing but hair. Ugh. I mean, she's always hair, but like she got like loose hair. No, thank you. Hi. What is happening? Okay, so Forciano Leveyer. Forciano Leveyer. I will try to remember. And think about it. I'm gonna start getting my classroom ready tomorrow. The teachers are allowed to come into the school tomorrow. Ow. Excuse you. I love it that you can see her hand like show up from time to time. But yeah, so tomorrow the teachers are allowed to come into the school. So from the 8th, it was administration and those who handle like painting classrooms and doing all sorts of administrative work. Like, they wouldn't kick you out if you showed up, but they would prefer if you didn't show up. Yeah, she's waving to the stream being a cutie. But I am excited that tomorrow I can go and start like prepping. I've ordered in a bunch of stuff I ordered in like a bunch of stuff last spring because I ordered in stuff from AliExpress and it takes like 3 months to get here. So finally it has shown up and I can go in tomorrow and fetch it from the post house, which is nice. So it's like everything is just matching up perfectly. And then in a week, like not this Monday, but the Monday after, I get to meet my students again. I don't know if I'm gonna get any new ones. Oh, sorry, my hair is a bit of a mess. I don't know if I'm getting any new ones, but I know some of my students left. They were moving, so I know I've gone down from the 24 I had last year down to 20, and then maybe I get somebody new. I'm kind of hoping I don't, just for the space, because my classroom is not big. It really would do with being a lot bigger. Hold on, let me see if I can get Katla into better view. I need to nail this thing down so it like shows her better, but it doesn't want to. Sorry, this is what I do when you're not here, is I try to fix the cat cam. Nope. This is as good of a view of Katla as we can get, and she's laying like the opposite way in her bed right now. But yeah, so I'm very excited. I ended up sleeping in today because I'm excited for Endwalker and I'm excited for that. So it's like tomorrow is like Christmas, getting back into my classroom, and then next Monday I'm gonna be like, next Sunday is gonna be so hard because I'm gonna be so excited for Monday. It's gonna be lovely. Now, I have an outfit for today. Well, it's not specifically for today. This is just what I've been wearing because of the summer festival. I have approximately 3.5 hours of me trying to jump up the tower, and I have not reached the top yet. It's my latest obsession, and I hate it with a passion. But such is life. Also, I noticed my sprout's gone. Do you see this, guys? There's no sprout. I'm not okay with there not being a sprout. You noticed it like after the stream last week, and it broke my heart because now I can't pretend to be an idiot who's just new in the game, and that's why I'm bad. Now people know that I've actually played the game for a while and that I'm just bad. It's not as nice. Where am I going, by the way? Mordona. It's gonna be nice. From sprout to a full-grown Cabbage Patch Kid. Yeah, I've graduated. I don't wanna. I'm not ready. Gosh, my hair is such a mess right now. I have a very thick hair, and it's just not working with me. I tried combing it, and that makes it worse. So Did I ever do the Kugane jump puzzle? I haven't done it yet, but I plan to do it later and do a video on like the sites. Oh no, that's not the one I'm meaning. Amy, the one I'm meaning is, let me show you. We'll take like a little bit of a detour to view my enemy. I'm gonna show you the tower. Yeah, I have a mortal enemy right now. I'm talking about this tower. So I've gotten up to like not the highest area, but I've gotten up to like this where I'm right now. Because I've oh, sorry. I mean, what's on the top? I don't think there's anything on the top. Except my pride. Maybe a great photo shoot opportunity. So yeah, I've gotten to the second highest area. Like I've jumped on the little thing that's sticking kind of out from the tower there. And then I've fallen down. You can see people are like playing on it. I've like this thing has traumatized me. And I've spent hours on it, and I'm probably gonna spend a few more. I mean, this is my current obsession. I would try to do it on stream, but if we would, this would be the only thing we would do on the stream, and we would not make it to the top. This is just... It's how bad I am at this. Do I have a scrunchie or something around here? I'm sorry, I woke up extremely late today. So I'm in like management mode of trying to find something to deal with my hair. But my cat steals scrunchies. There is one. Okay, I'm gonna go to just chatting for a second, just so I can see myself while I do this. Haha. Super handy. Because I'm gonna throw in like a really quick braid because it's really warm today. And when you have thick hair like this, it makes you just overheat like it's nobody's business. But thankfully, I am very quick at making braids. There we go. Not looking terrible either. There we go. Thank you for plugging the Discord. By the way, if you want to help pick games for Friday streams, Discord is the place to be. Not to mention, it helps like pick emotes for this chat. So if you want to take part in picking emotes, give game ideas, or generally vote on things, like, then just... Then you wanna be here. Be there. I'm sorry. I'm forgetful. Where can I put the Twitch things on Discord? Can you throw it under just general chat for now? Oh, everybody is in like new places. I'm gonna go around and say hi to everybody before we start. Whatever it is my father and the forum are hiding, I'm determined to get to the bottom of it. Those who are brought within close proximity of the towers are tempered into serving Garlemald, then forced to summon lunar primals with ether drawn from the land. But even having understood this, we are yet to uncover what the Telporoi wish to achieve with all of this. Are the towers purely for strategic advantage, or do they serve some other purpose? Anybody in the corner? Nobody around here. I have conveyed Lord Emmerich's wishes to Coltonet and the others. For the present, the role will be to facilitate communication between our allies and gather information on our enemies. Not only do members of the Forum intend to adhere to the long-standing policy of non-intervention, they made a point of sending Master... and I forget what he's called. Fortuno, I think. Master Fortuno here to explicitly state the fact. Rather than simply refusing to involve themselves in our affair, it would appear they are actively trying to prevent us from meddling in theirs. That does, of course, make Kryle's mission of securing our entry into Sierra nigh on impossible. But I am confident that he will find a way regardless. I mean, we'll just show up. We'll take Estinian with us. What are you gonna do? Show up with Estinian going like, hi. We have entry. Estinian here is our entry pass. And then he'll just glare at them. After the end of the Dragonsong War, I spent many a moon roaming Kugane, Rasatan, even Garlemald, but never Sierleyan. In all honesty, a nation populated entirely by Bugis types like Alphino is not a place that appeals to me. Please tell me we're taking Estinian with us. Much and more have we discovered of the Telforoi machination since Tancred and I did return from Garlemald. Verily, the troops doth appear to have been tempered in much the same manner as those engaged in the construction of the towering edifice in the capital. When Arenvald tried to free the Amalja held in the tower, it triggered some sort of alarm, and the captives were killed instantly. As such, we have no choice but to leave them in the clutches of the Telforoi until a means of rescuing them has been found. In the meantime, the summoning of Lunar Primals will continue, just as we must rely on the Grand Company of Eorsia to put down such entities and prevent any further abduction. So too do they rely on us to come through with our investigation. I have a feeling the journey to Sierra is going to be quite a test of your nerves, in more ways than one. You'll miss this place while you're away, I just know it, but for now, the best thing you can do is get plenty of rest while we wait here for Kryle. And anybody in the respite before we head off to do the things? Nobody here? Nobody here. Okay, time to talk to Alfie and get this expansion going. I am so excited. Oh, it's a weapon. Alfino is feeling the need to take stock. This looks fancy. This picture. Melicity, do you have some time to talk? I would like to gather everyone in Dawn's respite and together assess the situation in which we find ourselves. That is perfect. Let us take stock of the facts, shall we? The crisis at hand began with the sudden appearance of ominous towers in a multitude of locations throughout the world. We have since learned the said structure were brought into being by an organization known as the Telforoi. The Telforoi stated purpose is to recreate the final days of eons past, an apocalyptic event that would result in the destruction of all we hold dear. Already have these towers of there been the cause of untold suffering. Countless innocent kidnapped and imprisoned, their faith perverted for primal summoning. And unless we find a way to deal with the corruptive aura surrounding the spire, we can't even get close enough to rescue anyone. Those shielded with the blessing of light seem able to resist being tempered at least. But after what happened to Hermwald and Fordola, we need to be very, very careful about how we proceed. Yet, while these threats close to home are of paramount concern, we mustn't lose sight of the situation in Garlemald. As you know, the Telforoi are under the leadership of Fandaniel and one other delightful fellow, Sinus Ye Gelvis, the Crown Prince and our dear friend. To date, he reclaims his old body, murdered Emperor Varys, and plunged Garlemald into an even deeper pit of chaos. The capital has probably seen the worst of it. For a good while there, it saw the bloodiest fighting in the War of Succession, but that has since changed, and in troubling ways. During our reconnaissance, the air was not once rent by the barking of cannons or the cries of discord. There was an eerie fog of silence which did blanket the ruined city. The inhabitants appeared to have been tempered, and with nary a word spoken did they labor to transform the palace into a soaring edifice born of nightmares. If they were indeed made thralls, it seems safe to assume these events too were orchestrated by the Telforoi. An army of primals is awful enough, but in light of recent development, I fear is only to prelude to an even greater catastrophe. We need to devise a means to counter this threat, and quickly, before our allies are overwhelmed. We will find a way in Sierra Leone, I'm sure of it. Master Forcienol. Oh boy, that name. Master Four, comments regarding the final days were curious to say the least. The forum knows more than is letting on. Sorry to interrupt. We have just received word from Mistress Kryle. She says the arrangements for your visit have been finalized. You're to head to Limsa and board the next ship bound for Sierra. And on arrival, present yourself as associates of the students of Baldastian. Come to assist with the order's restoration. Genius. The arrangement may be settled, but what of your thoughts? I must raise at the prospect of returning home after so long. I am eager to see it, of course. Of course. We should set off at once. Then I'll accompany you to the docks. You need at least one person there to wave and cry and wish you a safe journey. And probably just be grateful we won't be here to spend all of the money somehow. Oh, this is so exciting. We are going to Sierra Leone. It is quite nice. Okay, so we need to go to Limsa Lominsa. Yeah, that was a new jingle. It was very exciting. It was like start of a great journey. Though, like every music in this game is amazing. I have water here. Let's drink this one first. Oh, Limsa always takes forever to load because everybody is here. This man is T-posing. Well, A-posing. To the Arcanist Guild and down to the docks as we are gonna travel to Sherlayan. Which kind of reminds me of pictures from Greece. Like with the white building and stuff. It's like everyone is here. Means I have to talk to everybody. Sea travel can be tedious, but I don't mind it. This is a rare experience for most Discardians. I never thought the day would come when I would be sailing home again. It always seems so very far away. I shudder to think what manner of truth awaited us beyond the indigo deep. Still more do I dread the prospect of discussions long overdue. Contrary to what you might think, this will be like going home for me as well. I may have learned how to survive in Limsa, but it was in Sherlayan where I was taught, quite relentlessly, I might add, the skills to properly live. Though a part of me looks forward to returning home, I've not forgotten that my father stripped us of the privilege of our family name. I hope it doesn't cause trouble with the officials upon arrival. What a grim reason to bring us to Sherlayan. Not much to be done about it, I suppose, but I would like to give you the grand tour under happier circumstances. I want to go meet your mother and see what she thinks about this whole name business. Hey, Mr. Crow, things are great. We are heading to Sherlayan. I may have lived with Master Matoya's cave for a good part of my life, but even for me, the thoughts of returning to Sherlayan is quite exciting. I can hardly imagine how it's for the others who lived most of their lives there. Before we go, I wanna... not my friends list. I need to go into my free company. I see all our actions have died out. Alright. To Sherlayan. Everyone's here, which is good because I've already paid for the passage and fee is non-refundable. Of course you think about the money. The ship for Sherlayan should be pulling into port soon, so please follow me and have all your luggage close at hand. Of course. Do we get allowance before we go though? You know, for souvenirs. It's fun that the people they use for cinematics like this are a lot of people we know.
They've almost finished loading our cargo. We should be ready to depart
Voice
right
acting.
on schedule, or so I'm told.
Excellent. 'Tis nice to have a smooth beginning to one's journey, at the very least.
It's funny. Master Louis Soir came here on a ship very much like this one.
I mean, didn't you all? Somehow you came from
years
Sherlayan.
later, the street urchin he befriended that day is bound for his mentor's homeland.
Oh,
With
yeah.
his mentor's grandchildren, no less.
Aye. 'Tis upon reflection that every twist of time's river and fate's whims are brought into sharp relief. Thou hast matured much in the intervening years. Wert thou not caught attempting to relieve Master Louisois of his purse scant moments after he made landfall upon this dock?
Oh, really? Now that's a tale I'd like to hear.
Will this be your first visit to Sharlayan, Sir Estinian? Sir Estinian.
Do you get
Are
seasick?
we strangers newly met? Why this stiff formality?
I, merely meant it as a professional courtesy, since we are now colleagues in an official sense.
I'd rather you dispense with the sirs, especially in private company,
Just be let him be Estinian.
or I'll be forced to respond in kind. Little Lord Alphino.
You've made me point Estinian. Painfully well.
Better.
Oh, Tataru.
Are you all right, Tataru? You seem positively distraught.
Well, everybody always keeps on leaving her.
Distraught? Me? Don't be silly. I think it's lovely that they get to see their homeland.
Can you come with us?
It's just, we're trying to thwart the schemes of an army hellbent on destroying the world. And, once again, I have to stay behind and worry that this is the last time I'll get to see my friends.
Aww. I'll bring them back, safe and sound. I promise.
I'll hold you to that.
That smile makes me concerned about the consequences of not doing it.
Still here.
Huh.
Hori! Kultine! What brings you all this way?
You haven't heard their voices before.
We're to assist the Maelstrom and the Kobolds with a lunar primal operation, so we thought we'd see you off before heading to the tower.
Oh, lovely.
Flamine and the others wish you all a safe journey, and promise that they'll look after things here until you return. We will too, of course. Aye, we your fellow Scions of the Seventh Dawn will do our part to ensure the end of the world won't happen on our watch.
It better not. I would like to have a home to return to.
We're set to sail! All aboard for Charlian!
The time has come.
It's time.
Then we must delay no longer. We will contact you the moment we learn aught of value. Wish us luck.
Have a safe journey, and please, please, be careful.
We'll be careful. As careful as we can be as a collective group of idiots. I mean, she knows we're all doomed to mess up and get in danger somehow. I'm glad they have like a little
so
dip
we
there.
venture forth unto the unknown.
Huh.
A fate beyond the horizon that cannot be divined. A future undefined and in flux. In uncertain times, naught but the simplest words of wisdom will suffice.
I know that voice. I forget who it is though.
That which lives is destined to die. Love leads to loss. Every beginning has an end.
Is that from Daniel? Or
Treasure
Emmett?
every moment, every step of your descent.
That fence I'm standing at is not gonna help me if the ship rocks at all. Oh, don't take me underwater. I don't want to go underwater. I don't like underwater.
And there, in the depths where souls and stars rest, find your truth.
Like, is that Emmett? Because I'm gonna need confirmation on that. I hear a lot of voices in this game, and I have really hard time remembering distinct voices and faces, for that matter. So I think this is Emmet, which would be quite interesting. New tune? No, that's like... That's a very old tune.
Think.
The day has barely dawned, my fellow earlier riser. Though we're hardly alone in that. Envious of those still sleeping soundly, no doubt.
They could give us, like,
Called out to you,
beds.
I've heard nothing myself. In any case, I dare say the sea air will do you good. Why not join the others on deck? Charlian should be coming into view at any moment.
Those two can sleep anywhere. Yeah, that's the song from the trailer for 2.0. Hello? Hi, Dylan?
My voice yet reaches you. I am glad.
Yes, Hydaelyn. Or the heart of Hydaelyn, I guess.
Feel. Think. And thus do we meet face to face at last. My warrior of light, guided by the crystal.
Hi. Why now, Hydaelyn?
After your sojourn in the First, I believe you have your answer. You have gained an understanding of what I truly am, what Hydaelyn has always been, a primal. Zodiac was created to forestall the apocalypse, which threatened the ancient world.
I raised the volume a bit now.
And I was brought forth to bind him.
Let me know if we still need to raise it more.
Yet 7 times now, those who would orchestrate a return to that bygone era have rejoined a shard to the god I had sundered. The greater his strength grows, the swifter does mine own diminish. The power to draw your mind into the rift betwixt is no longer mine to wield.
Oh, that's why she hasn't pulled us to that, like, floaty place.
Yet though it taxes me sorely, I dare not leave these words unsaid. Even bereft of my guidance, you and your companions have accepted the burden of this star's troubled past. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine. Wheels shudder and turn. Conflict looms. Monumental. Which will decide the fate of this world and all life upon it.
It's interesting to
When you
see like
truly
Elizabeth
understand
is
what is
wearing
at stake,
white.
and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable. Then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
Cast your peepers to the fore, folks. Sharlayan's just over yonder.
I will not keep you further. Your traveler's heart must yearn to behold this unfamiliar land. We shall meet again, and soon.
That's good. I'm still curious about the state of Zodiac with his heart gone. Hey, twinsies!
Oh, what a fine morning. Oh, still a bit stiff though.
And a good morning to you too. Taken a look at the island already?
Nope.
Then let's go. Let's go. Might still be room in the prow if we're lucky.
Ah, the sleepers have arisen. There she is. Good old Sharlayan.
Oh, I see it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Home. Home at last. Well, maybe not in Father's eyes. But we'll manage on our own, if we must.
You do know you're not alone in this, don't you?
Indeed. 'Tis as Sir Estinian saith. Forget not the comrades who boarded this ship at your side, I prithee.
Thank you, my friends. We are ever grateful for your steadfast support.
Upon arrival, we will be disembarking into the heart of Sharlayan proper. There is no greater concentration of wisdom in all the world. I am confident that somewhere within that center of knowledge and learning, we will find the answers we seek.
It's just the issue of getting them to actually work with us. They seem to be more stubborn than his guardians, and that's not an easy feat. We're gonna get title screen. And we get the moon again. They keep on focusing on the moon. And I know there was like a heavy focus on the moon in the trailer. I'm very curious about that.
Sharlayan, the solitary island nation of the northern seas.
This is Emmet, isn't it?
Where under the watchful gaze of Thaliak, patron deity of scholars, academics hoard all manner of knowledge and secrets. Once, they deigned to accept foreign students into a distant colony maintained in the Dravanian hinterlands.
It is, Emmet.
How swiftly they abandoned it once the first Garlean boot set hostile foot on Ala Megan soil. So averse to the prosecution of war, these men of wisdom, your would-be allies.
Okay, the Northern Empty. Old Sierra Leone.
I thought they'd never let us off the ship. What's next then? Entry applications?
Hopefully they find no cause to deny us.
I'm guessing they like their paperwork. Whoa!
Hasn't Sharlayan all but severed relations with foreign powers? Those of us without direct ties, myself included, may be refused outright.
'Tis true that, as a nation, Sharlayan only forms trade agreements with a select few neutral countries. But from a practical standpoint, an island cannot afford to be overly strict with its borders, especially not if that island's people are wholly devoted to the accumulation of knowledge. If one submits the proper paperwork, with satisfactory evidence of identity and intent, then foreigners may be granted entry.
May.
Can't we just use that he's the Azure Dragoon? Like, that has to be some unique knowledge he
Quite.
brings.
So let us be absolutely clear on these points before we proceed. The immigration officer will ask for your affiliation and your purpose of visit. Considering Sharlayan's views on intervention, I strongly suggest we avoid any mention of the Scions. Kral has laid the groundwork for us to act as associates of the students of Baldessian, and our ostensible reason for being here is to aid in their order's restoration. Grahatir, it might expedite our progress should an actual student be seen at the head of our little group. Would you mind leading the way?
Of course. The immigration offices were this way, as I recall. Shall we?
Let's do this. Ah, bureaucracy. Nothing makes me happier. That is sarcastic, by the way.
Greetings. We've
Eat
just
paperwork.
arrived and are eager to make our way into the city. Would you be so kind as to process our entry applications?
Certainly. I see by your mark you are an Archon.
I am. Grahatir of the Students of Baldessian at your service. I was assigned to an Eorzean survey team, but have returned to assist with the reformation of my order. My associates here will provide additional support.
Very good. I have paperwork detailing your group and its scheduled arrival for today.
Her outfit is very similar to
And it seems some
Istola's
few
first
of your
outfit.
companions are also Archons. If you'll step forward, we can process those applications first.
Okay, Archons first.
Ishtola rule.
See how it glows? That list is etherically linked with a citizen registry kept in the main repository.
Fancy.
I've confirmed your status as Archons and amended your travel records accordingly. Welcome home. Now, who do we have here?
I'm guessing the twins are next. Okay. This is probably gonna be painful.
Alphino Leveilleur.
And Alizé Leveilleur.
Your applications have also been approved. Having said that, the streets are abuzz with talk of how House Leveilleur's lord disowned his young progeny. And while such personal circumstances constitute no reason to deny you entry, I urge you to avoid exacerbating your present situation. Times are quite troubled enough already.
We shall keep that in mind.
Okay, not as bad as expected.
These last two are not Sharlayan natives, but you will find their credentials are in order. An application was made in advance.
Hello.
Name and occupation?
Melissa Timal, adventurer by trade. I think that's...
An adventurer. Well, I suppose that is considered a valid calling in your native Eorzea. And it does indeed match the profile provided. You may enter.
Thank you for mocking my
And you,
chosen
sir?
trade.
Estinian Valino, formerly of the Order of the Knights Dragoon in Ishgard.
Formally, at least. And what, pray tell, is your profession now?
Adventurer by trade. Okay. Oh, Kyle.
If you'll allow me.
Oh, thank God. What did you put down as his profession?
My associate is a mercenary, hired for his strength at arms. Surely you are aware of the dangers we often face on our forays into the wilderness.
Mistress Baldessian, if you insist on sponsoring his entry, then so be it. But while I appreciate that desperate times call for desperate measures, I find your choice of company concerning. Be advised that even a single misstep may have severe repercussions for your organization.
I don't like this woman. She's very bitchy.
I have every confidence in my chosen company, dear and trusted comrades that they are. But I thank you for your concern.
She doesn't like not being listened to, but like, come on. Just leave us be.
Croyle, it is good to see you.
Likewise. Long voyage notwithstanding, you will seem none the worse for wear. There is much to discuss.
It didn't
but
even
this
get
is
us
hardly the
beds or
place.
anything.
Let's be on our way, shall we? Oh! Welcome, friends, to Sharlayan.
Thank you. Now, please, let's get away from the
As
mini
your
Karen.
mercenary, I should hope my welcome includes a generous salary.
Well, I had to say something, Sir Taciturn.
Oh. Hey, guys. How you doing? Aww. You're all looking mighty fine. And also so obnoxiously tall, all of you. Now, shall we say hi to everybody and see what we are? Look at this place. So much nicer than when we went to Isgard. I am unaccustomed to fabricating lies on demand. Why should it matter how I earn my living? Here we are at last, the great city of Sjarlein. You may have noticed some similarities with the Crystarium, yes? In fact, Oh, but we really should let Kryl have her say first. We cannot continue this conversation. We can continue this conversation at another time. I'm gonna love exploring this place. It is very Crystarium-like. You're doubtless eager to take in the sight. Not to worry, Malicity, the city is not like to vanish before we finish our discussion. Even allowing that the years are spent in the first past here, in the blink of an eye, the city feels untouched by time. Allow me to extend unto thee my warmest welcome, Malicity. May the wisdom of my homeland aid us in our endeavors. I'm fine, honestly. Better to be waved through with stern warning than be denied entry after all. True. That was about as awkward as expected. Still, we're here now, and that's all that matters. So this is like a whole city. We have Archon's Design, Journey's End, and the Studium is over there. I would love to explore the Studium. But first, Kryl, where are we supposed to go? I'm glad I spotted your ship coming into port. The officers are born bureaucrats and sticklers for details. In any case, you may relax and take a moment to get your lands like backs. Oh, I get like a weapon. It is a 515, and mine is 500. Please be pretty, please be pretty. Please, 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 please be pretty. It's not an upgrade? Oh, because there's no space in my inventory, as usual. My retainers keep on bringing back weapons for some reason. Like, aggressively so. They really need to, like, slow down with the weapons. Let's just make some space here. Now. Yes. Pretty? Kinda? Yeah, okay. It works. I mean, I appreciate the white matching my current outfit, but yeah, that's a design. Oh, an outfit. Kryl sweeps the sign with a speculative look. I had thought to launch directly into the explanation of what I've learned and how we might proceed. But this is Malicity's and Estinian's first time in Sjarlein, and for the rest of you, a homecoming that was long overdue. You must have places you wish to visit, and people you're dying to see. Therefore, I propose we postpone our agenda so that you all may have sufficient time to recover from your journey and get your bearings in the city. Once you're settled in, we can reconvene at the Baldestians' Annex. How does that sound? Is a fine suggestion. We may not be welcome at the Levier estate as such, but I should like to nose around the neighborhood all the same. Surely you are fine to go visit your mother. I am equally untethered, as it were. There is no particular place that my kin call home. Still, I would not pass up the opportunity to reacquaint myself with the city. Likewise, a quick tour of our old haunt might even yield some useful gossip. The annex was west of the Aetheryte Plaza, wasn't it? I shall join you there anon. Oh, Aetheryte Plaza. Yes, we'll see you there. I too have places I would be remiss in not visiting forthwith. By thy leave. Wara Fewestinian, my service as guide are yours for the asking. That won't be necessary until we reconvene. I prefer to wander as the wind takes me. Well, he's just off. But I could... Oh. Well, Raha, would you like to join us then? You've been gone for quite a while, and this would be the perfect way to refresh those dusty old memories of yours. Yeah, he's been gone for over 100 years. Oh, of course, if you would have me. Come on, Melicity. Sterling awaits. Yeah. Ooh. I kind of like the new quest tune. Oh dear, his enthusiasm is infectious, isn't it? I don't know. After you, my friend, I am more than content to follow your lead. Graha is now accompanying you. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with your quest objective. If the event you use the Ethernet, Grahatia will catch up to you as long as you remain in the same area. You can leave Grahatia behind, however, by entering a different area you may also speak with him and select the option to part way. If you wish to have Grahatia accompany you again, return and speak with him at the original location. While Grahatia is accompanying you, next try speaking with Kryl. So... Oh, let's talk. Do not forget Mr. Kryl, our worthy guide. All set, then let us be on our way. Our first stop, amusingly enough, will be the last stand. It's a cafe on the west side of the harbour. Kryl is also now accompanying you. Lead your two companions to the last stand and speak with Kryl at the designated location. While you're accompanying, you may encounter conversation points along the way, which offer additional topics of discussion. Enter the glowing area and speak with your quest companions to initiate these bonus conversations. Enjoy exploring your surrounding together. So there are bonus... Oh! But they mark them on the map. Okay, step 1. Bonus chat here. With all the unusual wares coming and going at all hours, I expect the assistance of an intrepid adventurer would be highly appreciated. I see no reason why you couldn't undertake any task which pique your interest. You have been cleared by the immigration official, after all. I look forward to the day your name is celebrated in Sharlayan the same way it is in Eorzea. And Kryl? Oh, also talk to her. Come on, let's head to the cafe. It may not seem so at a glance, but the last stand is actually a very important part of the city. This place is called the Peristyle, and is the first stop for cargo unloaded at the docks. You'll find the usual necessities for daily living and other important vitals to running the island nation, but also supplies that further Sharlayan pursuit of knowledge, namely large quantities of books, specimens, and samples. Sorting these stacks certainly seems to keep the attendants busy. Okay. And there was another one over there. You have a funny name, Vamim. Greetings, travelers, and welcome to Sharlayan. If it's knowledge you seek, you'll come to the right place. Who are you? I am Vamim, an occasional lecturer at the studium. I specialize in natural geography, including the history of the world, topography, and climate transition. I like to come here for a bit of fresh air between classes, but for some reason, I'm asked for direction rather often, so I decided why not act as a guide. what is this place? Sharlayan is the city of knowledge. Once a humble settlement founded by Archon Niamkref and the refugees he rescued from the great flood of the Sixth Umbral Calamity. It has since flourished into the grand metropolis you see today. Prior to the Great Exodus, it was common among Eorzeans to refer to our Dravanian colony with the shorthand Sharlayan, which resulted in the colonists unofficially dubbing our homeland Old Sharlayan or the Old World. Alas, the name appears to have stuck. But old or new, we continue seeking knowledge from all over the world to record in the Bibliotheca Historica, among other collections of invaluable wisdom. Thank you. Oh, discuss the giant statue. Now, there is a sight one could hardly forget, the great statue of Thaliak. As a student of Baldestian, I was usually quartered on the Isle of Val, but I would gaze upon the scholar's wise feature every time I returned by ship to the city. That is actually the god I canonically worship. This path leading out toward the sea is known as the Thaliak Stoa, so named for the statue of the scholar who stands at its end. As you know, the Sharlayan people prized the accumulation of wisdom above all else. Thus, when Thaliak was chosen as our patron deity, it was more a matter of pragmatism than belief. An alignment of principles, as it were. We may have honored him with a rather impressive sculpture, yes, but our faith is not so restrictive as that of, say, the Asgardians. Individual Sharlayans can and do worship the divine of their choosing. That makes sense. And we need to go here. Oh, they're dressed in like the same kind of study outfit as the students in Isgard. And here we are, the last stand. I may have mentioned this before, but although our research into nutrition and fruit preparation is quite extensive, the average Sharlayan tends to regard seasoning and flavor with a certain indifference. Yes, I remember the Archon bread. How can I put it? The food is bland, as encapsulated by our famous Archon loaf. The prevailing sentiment toward cuisine is dietary value first and taste and distant second. There was one pupil at the studium, however, who could stomach the school's inspial meals no longer, so he quit his lessons and poured all his saving into building a proper eatery. And so the last stand came to be. It is, as the name implies, the sole dedication outposting of fine dining in Sharlayan. Oh, that's amazing. The one and only bastion of the culinary art in an isle of otherwise mediocre fare. I seem to recall their burger being hailed as one of the more impressive items on the menu. Not that I ever had the pleasure of eating one myself. Because you were typical Sharlayan when it came to cheap and convenient, Raha. But surely Tatru has since taught you how to appreciate a well-prepared dish. We should all stop in when time permits and sample the cafe's delight. Can we not do it now? Shall we press on? The stairs to the side of the cafe there will take us up to the Aetheryte Plaza. But cafe? Oh wow. That's like one hell of a plate setup. Fine. No cafe for us. Oh, they can like even close them to keep the food warm, I guess. That is quite nice. So up to the Aetheryte Plaza. By the way, I saw it in the trailer. This Aetheryte is so pretty. Like, it's so nice. Why aren't other Aetherites like this? Like, they actually designed it and made it nice looking. There was no other talk point, no? Oh, not you. An unusual shape, isn't it? I assure you, however, that is perfectly functional aetheryte. Remember to attune yourself before we move on. Now, being the diligent tour guide that I am, I should make mention of the Confluence, a research facility located on this very plaza. Its much vaunted discoveries are the reason Sierra stands at the forefront of teleportation technology. In deciphering the underlying principles of elegant aetherites, it allowed us to understand and reconstruct what was essentially a lost art. And off we go to our next destination. Our path leads northeast to the Agora, Sierra Leone's largest marketplace. It's kind of nice that they take us on a tour. Discuss the Confluence. Speaking of aetherite, those teleportation fees do add up after a while, which is why I tended to rely on the far cheaper ferry service. I was pleasantly surprised when Mistress Tatro informed me that the Scions are reimbursed for transportation costs. Why am I not being reimbursed? Because I'm not being reimbursed, I'm paying a shit ton for travels as part of our duties, but I find old habits hard to break. That, and I'd rather not be bothered filling out the necessary paperwork. Tetru hasn't shown me the paperwork yet. I am insulted. I will fill out the paperwork for the money. That's the entrance to the Confluence. I have no doubt that expertise will prove useful at some point, so I suggest you remember the way here. So this is the Confluence. Oh, you can actually enter it. Can I enter it? It looks like you can enter it. You can. That is a lot of crystals. Looks like they're about to summon something. I know they aren't, but it looks like it. Did I sign page 23 of the Scion contract? No? My fault. Well, it's the lack of handing me the contract. Though I do tend to forget contracts. When I went from a part-time, like when I went to being a full-time teacher, when I got my license, I actually didn't sign my contract for like a month of teaching until my boss brought it. It was like, if you want to get paid, you have to sign this. Welcome to the Agora, where you can find wares made in Sierra Leone, as well as a wide selection of imported goods. They also used to sell questionable prototypes from the various research institutes, but I think that practice has thankfully died out, for the most part. Otherwise, I can think of no better place to stock up for your next big adventure. Am I overselling it? One more serious note. The next stop on our tour is one which has particular relevance to our ultimate purpose here. We must head back to the Aetherite Plaza, follow the path north, then climb the stairs up to that imposing building at the very top. Imposing building at the very top, okay. This one, I guess, was a talk point on the way. It's a very chill music here. At least the nighttime music. Discuss the water features. These little decorative features are typical of Sierra Leone architecture. Aside from the research wing, our headquarters on the Isle of Wal were rather simple and rustic by comparison. This is the Nymphaeum, an area dedicated to the blessing of water. For Sierra Leone, water represents more than life-sustaining liquid. It is a reminder of the Great Flood, which precipitated the birth of our nation, as well as a symbol of the knowledge which flows from Thaliak's divine Ever. This is the reason you see an abundance of fountains throughout the city, and a propensity for utilizing water as a decorative feature in our architecture. It's quite pretty. We need to go up though. So I'm guessing this is like a bureaucratic place? This grand structure before you is the rostra. The name refers to the original public platform erected here, upon which a forum of elected representatives would deliver oration and debate policy. Oh, this is where the 40-something members meet up. Although the stage has since evolved into council chambers, the nature of the forum and the duties of its member remain largely unchanged. Am I boring you, Raha? You seem awfully distracted. My apologies. From here on, one can see the entire city spread out below. The vista put in mind of my arrival in the first. Those who had gathered at the Crystal Tower asked me how they might go about building a new home. Naturally, my answers were all inspired by my knowledge of the finest settlement I could think of, the great city of Sierra Leone. And bit by bit, those few buildings grew into a town, a community, the Crystarium. I can almost see its echo. I see. Feel free to come up here whenever you wish. I don't think the councillor would object to you simply enjoying the view. Such memories should be treasured. For now, however, our tour must go on. Our spectacle of sightseeing concludes with a fitting name, Journey's End. Walk down the stairs to the east and continue straight ahead. It is. Yeah, like you can definitely see the Crystarium thing in it. Well, like where the Crystarium took inspirations. Even though the Crystarium also had its own unique kind of view. Like aesthetics. As they were obviously trying to also shield themselves a little bit from the ever-aggressive sunlight that was kind of stuck there. I haven't been attuning to the little Etherites. I need to do that. We arrive at Journey's End. History tells us that this was where those who put ashore with Archon Nienkref built their first home. In the present day, it serves as the residential district for the most important official and the oldest Sierra Leone families. Okay, so this is where the twins grew up. You'll see that one mansion is clearly larger than its neighbors. That estate belongs to our friends from House Levier. All things considered, we should probably keep our distance from the time being. And with that, we bring our little Sierra Leone tour to a close. I hope it has proven to be an entertaining, enlightening experience. Now, shall we head directly to the Baldestian Annex? You remember the way, don't you, Raha? Let me think. We head down towards the harbor, cross the bridge to our right, then follow the path below the Etherite Plaza. Correct. After you, Melicity. So, this house, this big house over here, this is the twins' home. Is it open? It is. This is the estate of House Levier. If you do not have an appointment, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave. Sure. In a minute. When I'm done snooping. This is like a huge entry hall. So big. Hello, Celia. Oh, small talk. It is my honor and pleasure both to serve Lady Ameliance. There is no more beautiful, more kind-hearted person in the realm, and I'm happy to attend to her every need. Uh-huh. Does any of these doors open? So the twins grew up with a lot of servants. knew they were rich, but seeing their home kind of emphasizes it. I wish that we could see their bedrooms or something. That was apparently kind of painful. Well, out we go. No use being here. Do I have to... I have to attune, don't I? Yeah. I just skipped out on attuning on all the things on the way. Let's grab this one and the talk point. It's kind of nice that you can just have companions with you like this. It's also a nice way to do an escort quest. Because I don't know if any of you have played WoW, but... Oh, sorry. In the first expansion pack for World of Warcraft, you go to a new city and you are taken on a tour of the city, much like this one. Except you don't control the pace. The elemental that gives you the tour controls the pace, and it is the slowest quest in the world. It is so annoying. Every time I was leveling something and I came across it, it was like, oh no. And if you step just 3 steps away from the elemental, it disappears. And you have to go back to the start and start it all over again. Just, oh... Right, we crossed this bridge here, as I recall. Stick to the path and be careful not to end up back in the Aetheryte Plaza. Sterlayan is full of education and research institution, but there are still professors who prefer to establish their own private practice. Not that I ever attended the exclusive school they run in these residences. Perhaps the twins could tell you more about them? Yeah. Shame I couldn't see the twins anywhere. No, we need to go onwards and like down under. Oh, I've seen a lot of people in this outfit. Like in the trailer. It's very fancy. Was it down and to the left? No, just across. And up here, where there's a person named Nudge Nudge. Are you a player or a person? You're a player. Okay. I was positive any NPC with the name Nudge Nudge would have a great dialogue. Wrong one. As the joyous look on Raha's face has undoubtedly informed you, this is the Baldestian Annex. If you continue up the hill, you'll arrive at the doorstep of Phenomenon, but I think we've explored enough for one day. We can take you there another time. Inside with you, then? Okay, so this is where we're going to be staying. That's good. I'm back, and I brought Melicity and Raha with me. Ah, you were right about the ship then. Hello, Graha. This is nice. It's nice to see you again. And it's a pleasure to finally meet you, Melicity. I've heard many tales of your exploits. Oyeka Sunkya. It has been an age. Allow me to introduce Oyeka Chunka, Administrator Officer of the Students of Baldestian. He oversees the day-to-day business of the Annex. You may recall meeting his cousin, Ayeka. Oh yeah. Oh, yes. Eureka. I've read the initial report. Quite a shock to hear what became of the Isle. Do take care if you have the opportunity to rejoin the expedition. This place is like second home for the students. The Isle of Val served as our main headquarters, of course, but we often had occasions to visit Charlayan. Whether to make use of the city research facilities, attend conferences, or procure supplies from distant shores. And the annex here we built to provide lodging for our members while we engage in such activities. Ever since our former headquarters, along with the isle itself, vanished, the annex has served as our base of operation. And yet it feels so empty. With so many lost to us, our organization is shell of its former self. The day will come when we will see the students rise again. But first, we must ensure that the Telforoi fall. Through the door to the left, there is the main hall where we can discuss our opinions moving forward. The escorts did have some glitches at first, where you could lose them really easily. They worked that out, and it's really a good system. Yeah, it's a really handy system, because quests where you have to follow NPCs tend to be really annoying. This is much nicer. Also, we don't have to use the stupid beacon thing, because that is the worst. So it's nice that they went like, no, they just follow you. Once everyone arrives, that is, you probably have time to rest before our discussion begins in earnest. I've had private quarters prepared for you in the Endron, so please feel free to make yourself at home. I got my own room. Ah, the nap room. Perfect for an afternoon dose. Oh, I didn't mean to give you the wrong impression. The chambers are quite well appointed, far more than some cheap roadside inn, you may be assured. It was simply that we were often so busy with research or exhausted from journeys abroad that we would slip into the Endron just to steal a few winks. And thus they became known among the students as nap rooms, even if many such naps might last well into the following morning. Say the word and I will happy to show you to your chamber. Hopefully the others won't be too long in coming. I'll wait for you all in the main hall. I want to see my room. I hope it's nice. So... Welcome. Ready for a nap? Yes. I am ready for a nap. Because I want to see the room. Oh, nice. You can definitely see this is the room of a research person. With all these things. Oh, I like the bed. The bed is nice. Why is there a really tall ladder over there? Oh, because of that. Well, at least they use the space really well. Further storage up there? Nice. Here we have a drawing of a thing that's supposed to be Ifrit. Because we have the the sun here. Aye, that's from the original 2.0 trailer. This is big enough to be a bathtub for me. I could live here. This is nice. I mean, everything is tall for me. That's why, I can use this as a bath. This is a whole apartment. This is nice. But we should talk to Kyle, because he had a new outfit for me, and I'm kinda excited. Don't do that, Ape. Startle the hell out of... What is that? Aww. Look at that little cutie. It's like a little bunny. Like a bunny mouse. That's cute. We have a mender. Ask about the Endron. As Graha explained, the entrance room were furnished for folk needing a break from all-night research or recent return from expedition. The students are used to seeing these walls plastered with articles and diagrams and personal messages, but I imagine it's quite a surprise for our newer guests. Why not take them down, you ask? Well, it's often the same people who stay in the same chambers after all. And beside, the nasty old notes written by friends who've since passed. It's comforting in a way, as if they're still here with us. Oh, and just to be clear, these are properly appointed bedrooms. Any mention of naps is not meant to dissuade you from getting a full night's sleep. Yes, thank you. Do you have paper pasted on the walls of your room? It was not unusual for occupants to pin up notes or documents and such, and then forget to take them when they went on their merry way. Sometimes it was quite deliberate though. You might see complaints addressed to other members or thank you cards for engrossing literature someone left behind. Beloved tradition that I should know better than to dwell upon, if we are to create a future for the students of Baldestian and so many others. We must look to the days ahead. But that's a really sweet thing. I wish I could leave a note there. Keep the tradition going. This is a big room. Garuda. I think this is probably the floating isles. Like where the Vanuatu live? Map of Eorzea? Star map? Now this is impressive. I still find it really interesting that they have all these clouds here. Like we haven't been able to document this area properly because it's Garlean. I might remember these islands from the airship submarine machines at my workshop. Oh, these are those? Oh yeah. The Crystal Tower. It looks like inside the Crystal Tower. That is, I think, from the Mac raid. I like that they put like a lot of their just concept art up on the walls. Like I know this, I forget from where this is though. Obviously a lot of elegant stuff. King Mugglemog. Saint Koinig, yeah. It's really nice that they use just a lot of concept art for these places. It's just a nice way to put it in because they make such pretty art. Please give me pretty outfit. Feeling refreshed and alert. Our colleagues should be wandering in soon, so I suggest we stay here and wait for them to join us. Oh, that cube is the one Graha uses as an exarch to channel tower magic. Oh yeah. There is Urian J.
Pray forgive me. I was delayed.
It's fine, Mariange. We're all here now. Let's get down to business then, shall we?
To defeat the Huns?
Come what may, we must prevent the Telophoroi's plans from coming to fruition. At present, I see two paths for gathering the information which may aid us in achieving that goal. The first involves an investigation into the change which has come over Sharlayan, not to mention the recent inscrutable behavior of the Forum. As most of you know, the 99 members of the Forum are elected from the general populace. This alone guarantees a plethora of opinion with regards to foreign policy. The bibliotheques, for example, are a group of conservatives which would have Sharlayan focus on recording history, while remaining entirely uninvolved in the making of it. And at the other extreme, we have advocates for proactive diplomacy and direct intervention. My grandfather Galef was one such member, as was Archon Louisois. Yet despite our diverse factions and philosophies, the recent vote to deny Eorzea's request for assistance was unanimous. Even more concerning was the fact that many cited other, more pressing duties as justification for their recalcitrance.
Fortuno's refusal in Gridania had those same undertones. 'Twas as if, having stared unblinking into the face of impending doom, he had simply turned away to pursue something more important. But what could that possibly be?
A mystery indeed, and one which I ask for your help to solve. Our future may depend on it. As for our second potential path, it concerns a request made directly to the students of Baldesion.
I guess, like, which path I want to follow?
Our organization was founded primarily to study strange and unexplained phenomena the world over. Mysterious relics and ruins, arcane disturbances, and so forth. Compared to our more isolationist Sharlayan colleagues, we have strong connections overseas, namely with scholars and academics who share our passion for the unknown. The request in question comes from one such acquaintance, Nidana, an alchemist residing in distant Thavnair. Her missive describes the sudden appearance of a tower, and the subsequent summoning of what I can only assume is a lunar primal.
That's not good.
In response to this threat, the satrap of Radzat-Han, the individual who governs the city-state, has instructed the alchemists to find a means to deal with the spire.
The artisans of that land are heirs to an ancient tradition, one rather unlike that of their Uldan counterparts. 'Tis possible, nay, probable, that they have gleaned truths unattainable by Eorzea or her Far Eastern allies.
They do, in fact, appear to have a strategy in mind, though it will require further research. To that end, they have requested an introduction to a capable warrior shielded by the blessing of light.
Assuming we divide our forces to pursue both of Kral's lines of inquiry, then having you join the group heading to Thavnair would seem the obvious choice. But the investigation in Sharlayan is of vital importance as well. Equal, I think, to the Thavnairian one, given that the fate of the world may hinge on the results of both.
Can I do both?
Yes, it is quite the quandary. Though it is a great imposition and an altogether too common one, our efforts would be more likely to succeed were you to lead the charge on both fronts.
Okay, so it's just I can pick which one I do first, I guess.
You are indeed our champion. As to which task to tackle first, we will defer to your decision. Let us next decide how everyone else might best be assigned. As for myself, I shall continue what I've begun in Sharlayan. I should also like to steal the services of an Archon or two.
And thereby gain access to a greater range of reading material. I will help with that.
Allow me to offer my assistance. I have some small amount of experience in the field of research.
Alize and I would also like to help, if you would have us.
So everybody who's fun is staying in Sharlayan.
Fraction of what our father and the Forum might be thinking.
Of course, the more the merrier.
Right. The rest of us will make the journey to Thavnair.
Well, what? Thavnir is going to be Thancred and Estinian?
Thoughts? Objections?
I passed through Thavnir on my way to infiltrate the Empire, and though I'm not qualified to give a guided tour, I did gain a sense of where things lie.
I'll be happy to have you along then. So for this group, it will be you, me, and Urianger.
Give me a moment afterwards, and I'll supply you with all the details of Nadana's request. Consider this hall our rendezvous point once our respective tasks are complete.
Abe.
May our investigations
You planned for me
prove fruitful.
which quest to do in each stream to begin with. The ending quest for this one was The Color of Joy. Which line is that on? Because that kind of dictates where we're going. Well, new outfits. I'm gonna try out new outfits while Abe tells me this one, The Colors of Joy, is on. Is after both. Is after both. So that is probably gonna end up being 2 streams, I take it. Okay, first of all, outfits. Because surely neither is that short. Oh no, wait, because my chest is also filled because my retainers keep on bringing me crap. Sorry, me and my retainers, we have a hateful relationship going on right now. Just all the armor. I can't sell any of it. Put you in. I want to make sure this isn't. This is still the best? Oh. Well, what does it look like? Oh, that's kind of cute though. Doesn't really fit my current outfit, but very cute. Oh, it has like little flowers in a pocket. And is it dyeable? Yes. I do have some dyes on me, I think. Do I? Did I put them all somewhere? Strider says, my retainers always bring me housing stuff, but they never tell me whose house they take it from. I really feel sorry for the poor person who doesn't have a roof anymore. Mine sometimes do that too. I prefer that because then at least I can sell it, probably to the person who they stole the housing stuff from. Okay, so we have two options. Considering both quest lines are probably on the longer side. When we got a split like this in the previous expansion, we took there was a 1 stream for LSA and 1 for sorry, my brain died. Alphino. 1 for Alphino. I should have just looked to the side. Their names are here. They were just under the chat. So we just have to decide which place we want to start by going to, knowing that we might not be able to make it both in the stream. I'm gonna put up a poll. I'm gonna put up a 2-minute poll. That's gonna start right now. Let's say hope it showed up. And while you guys vote, I'm gonna check my emails. Both are good, so there's really no wrong choice. That's great. And I mean, eventually we're gonna have to do both. So it's more a matter of just where do we begin. Now I'm curious about like your logic. Do you pick the one you think is worse so we can finish that off and have the good thing left, like for later? Or do you want to do the better one first for like a better starting experience? That is a good question. 2 people have voted, 4 people are watching. And we are closing in on the end, so you 2 who haven't voted yet, please vote if you want to have any say in this. It's always more fun. But it looks right now like we're going to Thavnir, which is the other place. Well then, Thavnir it is. So that's with Thancred and Estinian and Urian J. So it's back to Thavnir. Had I known earlier, I would have considered more suitable attire. Though I've read much of the subject of Ratsatan, this visit shall be my first. It will be interesting to see how the Hannes mean to contain with the tower, different as their magical and technological disciplines are. Oh. Oh, wow. That's colorful. Very Indian, I think. Or like that area. I have Kryle's instruction in hand. If you're ready to set out, then so are we. Having been to Thavnir before, I can travel by Aetheryte. But what of the rest of you? Another sea voyage would waste time we do not have. Kryle was of the same mind and has already secured the aid of a good folk of the Confluence. We'll take ourselves there. You okay? The Confluence, thou sayest? I'm afraid so, my friend. You okay, Urian J? Thou will recall the hunt for Iceheart. Unto those sanctuary we delivered the owing to the knowledge of our comrades Moonbrida. Oh. Moonbrida was an authority on etherology, a field of study she did embark upon in pursuit of her parents' example. Both are authorities in their own right, and both are researchers at the Confluence. Haven't you gone to see them yet? I attempted to do so earlier, but in my shame, my courage failed me at the last. As it hath the many times I thought to reach out to them after sending that fateful letter. Neither time nor introspective have revealed unto me the words I should speak, and thus have I kept my silence. Whether you come with us or no is your choice and yours alone. If it's too difficult, we'll manage. Thou art kind to say so, but I have no intention on forsaking our cause. I shall go to the Confluence, and I shall face that which hath long been overdue. It's settled then, let us be off. When we arrive, we should look for a researcher named Kitte. Alright. That's unfortunate. I understand him though. Cannot imagine that being an easy thing to start talking about. Oh, there's like a bunch of side quests. Yay! I will have stuff to do on my own. Not this. Where am I trying to go? Where am I? I'm here. I'm just trying to go next door. Huh. I thought this place would be really warm, but it's snowing. I feel really, maybe this... Oh, no, wait. We are going to what looks like a really warm place. Oh, well. We'll dress like this for a bit. Can I Oh, well, I can easily unglamourate by just... Where did I do my summer outfit? Here. We are going to a warmer place, so it's fine. Why are all the scholars always in cold-ass places? Well now, this is rather a lot of stern faces. Are my library books overdue again? Not to our knowledge. We're associated with Kryl of the Students of Baldestian. We seek passes to Thavnir and understand that you can assist us. Ah, the test subjects! Welcome, welcome! Test subjects? Test subjects. Oh, you hadn't heard? Then allow me to explain. So in order to travel to an aetheryte, you ordinarily need to attune to it beforehand. Otherwise, you can't use it as a beacon to seek out while you're a mess of ether hurtling along the livestream. An inconvenient but incontrovertible limitation of aetheryte teleportation. But what if we were to tell you that there's a way to travel to an aetheryte without being attuned to it? She really reminds me of Nymphadina from Harry Potter. A way to teleport instantly to a place you've never seen. For a long years, we labored to make such travel possible, that people might move about more freely. And we've finally done it. We created a new kind of aetheryte that doesn't require attunement. Truly, that changes everything. Well, my language may have been a bit misleading. The user needs to attune to these aetherites, but the aetherite themselves must have been pre-attuned to each other, thereby facilitating travel between the 2 points. But it just so happens that our first test pair of aetherites, one has been installed here in Sierleyen, and the other in Yetlimad, a port town in Thavnir. As you may know, our nation has long maintained strong ties with Ratsatan, and indeed we owe much to this breakthrough to the contribution of their alchemists. So, to sum up, we are to test these aetherites. How fortuitous for you. I should mention that the accident has impaired my ability to channel ether. Will this be a problem? Not at all. As a matter of fact, you might see these aetherites were made for people like yourself. The magic imbued within will whisk you away without any effort on your part. A veritable dream come true. And far be it from me to worry about such things, but do we have permission to make use of your shiny new invention? The only permission required is yours, so assuming you're willing, we're all set. It may come as a surprise, but we actually struggle to find test subjects. Most people seem to have an unreasonable fear of their soul gradually disintegrating as they drift helplessly in the livestream. In the statistically unlikely event something goes wrong. But it's plain that you aren't most people. Mr. Skryl truly knows how to pick 'em. Yeah. If I might change the subject, are Master Wilfsoon and Mistress Blovida not present today? Oh, you didn't hear? They've recently resigned their post. Their expertise was needed elsewhere. A large-scale project held by the Forum itself, as I understand, but I'm not privy to the details. I see. Any other questions? No? Then let's get going before you change your mind. Please see to your preparation and head outside to the Aetherite Plaza. I'll be along shortly. Oh, so it's not the Aetheryte that's like right next to her. So this will work. In case you were wondering, the Aetheryte still functions like a normal one. It's just been upgraded to allow unattuned travel. I'll see you there shortly. Huh. Oh, I'm not allowed to go downstairs, but they clearly have something going on down there. Okay, so to the Aetheryte Plaza. Estinian is probably relieved he does not have to do this. I shall teleport the tried and trusted way. Good luck. Given my experience with teleportation, I'd be lying if I said I didn't have a reservation, but I will trust in Kryl. Though words unsaid yet weigh heavy on my heart, I shall devote mine all to our task in Thavnair. So this is really gonna work?
Right, we're all set.
My voice was not that off, I think. Though I struggle with hearing voices correctly, including my own. Yeah, just the 4 of us.
3.
3.
I'm already attuned to the crystal in Thavnair.
You are? Oh. I would have preferred more test subjects. Oh, well, never mind. If our 3 travelers could line up here, please.
Alright. Can I go first? Because it's really cold here and I'm woefully underdressed. Why did she run away from the Aetheryte?
Yes, right there is fine. Take a deep breath, and I'll soon have you soaring through the ether.
Yay!
Oh, and one last thing. You might experience a teensy-weensy touch of violent ethereal sickness. Good luck!
You should have mentioned that earlier.
What?
Though she probably deliberately did not mention that earlier. Am I gonna puke? I don't like puking. I have like a real issue with puking. And I don't like seeing other people puke. And if anybody's gonna get sick, it's gonna be Thancred because he is already kinda, you know, etherically imbalanced. Right.
Thavnair, home to city-state Rads at Han. Rising from the southeast waters of the Bounty, this Isle of Plenty served as the battleground for a conflict between 2 peoples. Their cultures bled into one another until a unique amalgamation was distilled from the chaos, in a process not unlike their precious alchemy. Once solidified as a single nation, an adamant stance of neutrality would hold invaders at bay. For the time.
I seem fine.
Now across this vibrant isle creeps a fog of malice. What choice do you have?
Oh no.
What chance?
Oh!
Against such an insidious foe.
I love that we keep on, like, disrupting Emmet. This is the land of extreme saturation when it comes to colors. Wow, this is like assaulting on the eyes. Oh.
I've seen fairer faces after a bout of bad shellfish. Let me bring you something to drink. That should help settle your bellies.
Bring us something cold. Putting something cold on your forehead often helps.
There was a note with Kryle's instructions.
Uh-huh.
Don't let Estinian roam the markets alone. He's alarmingly bad with coin.
I don't think we can stop him. Oh god. I have decided to stop him by sheer determination. You managed to will yourself to your feet, but... Oh. That was too quick. I didn't manage to read that. You guys okay? No stopping our champion now. Quickly, find Estinian before he... Ugh. Oh, Uriah J is just huddled there. Poor thing. As an elephant. You're huge. Your trunk is very short, but you're huge. Look at your hands. Like you could hide me in your hand. Estinian though. Estinian, please don't waste all our money. Please, 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 please. Oh no. Don't puke. I know I have ether sickness. Okay, no. Sprinting was a bad idea. Hi. You there, I need 3 drinks, something that helps with ether sickness. By the Monsieur Traveler. I mean, greetings and welcome. You're wise, good sir, to come to me. My special Amra Lassi made with only the finest and freshest ingredients is famed for calming unruly bellies. By way of welcome to Thavnir, I'm pleased to offer it to you for a low price of 19,800 gil. For not 1, not 2, but 3 bottles. A bargain amongst bargains. The price is high road robbery, and you want to say as much to Estinian, but you realize any word of warning you cry would be accompanied by your last meal. You must stand before Estinian and using gestures deny that the deal is fair. Yeah. Dear God. Estinian. Don't. No. Huh? I thought you could barely stand. What do you need to tell me that's so urgent? Wait, are you sure by the lassie? This merchant is swindling me. Sincere apology, sir, but it appears to have my price confused. It's actually 1,890 gil for the 3 bottles of lassie. That confusion would have been quite costly for both of us. Very well then, your coin. Here a bottle for each of you. Take them to the others and get some rest. Can you carry me back? I'll be back after I've explored the town. No, please don't. Estinian. More elephants. Estinian. You aren't supposed to leave me. Shit. Here, have a thing. Praised be the 12th, my stomach doth loosen his death grip. My heartfelt thanks to thee, Anastinian, and the fine fruits of this land. You were in time, excellent. You spared us Tatrus' wrath. Yeah. Sweet, sweet release. If you haven't already, you should have yours too. Remember to attune. I haven't attuned. Right then, I'm ready to get on with it. At last, it truly worked wonders. Back on your feet, I see. Thy hair? Aye, I've bound it. It's the most I could do against the heat, short of shedding my armor. It looks great. May I ask where you got the cord for it? A local vendor, the man said, is a Thavnarian weave. Tough and not easily unraveled. Oh dear God. And how much did it cost? 9,400 gills, a steal, I was told. There's nothing fancy, but I've always valued function over form. Oh. You paid 9,000 gil for a string. Oh my God. 2 seconds. I leave you alone. And just. Tatro's gonna kill me. That's incredible. I dare say not even Alphino could hold a candle to you. I mean, the sword though took us a while to pay off. It's not uncommon for merchants to set their prices high, but doesn't it seem excessive here? I'm inclined to agree with thine assessment. It does seem excessive. Unusually so. Claiming Thavnir as its domain in the nation of Ratzahan, and the long thriveth as a hub of commerce. In the beginning, there were Arkasodara, a Matanga tribe indigenous to the island. Over time, they came to be joined by other races, and through their intermingling, a culture rich and distinct did emerge. From alchemy to textile, the product of Hannes culture have come to be celebrated and coveted to the world over. A development only aided by the nation's prime location as a waypoint betwixt east and west. All of this hath combined to make a trading power of Ratzatan, yet such a status cannot be taken for granted. Nay, it must need to be maintained through judicious governance and stringent regulation. Neither of which I see any evidence, given that the merchants at a gateway town are free to fleece hapless travelers and tarnish the reputation of the nation at large. Just so, that opportunistic pricing is rampant doth suggest that oversight is much weakened, or mayhap that the people have fallen upon hard times. Whatever the truth may be, it would be prudent to ascertain the current state of affairs. Prudent and practical eye. We have not to lose by learning more. So, ere we seek out Kryle's acquaintance, shall we see what information we can gather here in Yetlimat? As long as Estinian doesn't get to buy anything. Excellent. We didn't exactly get off on a flying start, but we'll make up for it. Yeah. Let me attune to the Aetheryte so we never have to do this again. $9,400 for a string. For a string! Sheesh! I probably have a string somewhere. Estinian! You're killing me! Is it truly so amusing to see my hair bound? Is how I used to wear it, a functional fashion? Perhaps you were confused by how you found me following Nidhugg's demise. It had fallen loose after the surgeons removed me from my armor and put me to bed. I simply decided to leave it that way for a time, seeing as I would not don the Azure Dragoon's helm again. I think it suits him to have it bound up. Looks much nicer. Be thou assured that I'm quite recovered. Lassie is truly a boon for unruly stomachs. I would like to own some of it. More outfit. Handgear. His stomach's behaving once more. Thancred is ready to get to work. Right, let us split up and make inquiries in town. Melicity, the pier is yours. Once we have learned what we can, we regroup by the Aetheryte. Off-putting though it mere sight of it may be. Well... We just have to deal with it. Ooh. Oh! So there's a city down there. Nice. Well, step 1. Go... Oh, there's a gemstone trader. I'm gonna unlock you just for the sake of unlocking you. What do you sell? Because I have some gemstone. Food, and hide. You sell anything else? No. No minions or anything fun. These ships are super pretty. Like, this looks nice, but of course I show up on a super cloudy day. Crate of fruit. The crate is laden with fruit, but they are on the verge of spoiling, as if they have been left too long. That's odd. A prudent merchant wouldn't let their things spoil. Also, the market and the pier is very quiet. You would expect more people kind of going about. Gazing upon the pier, you spy boats moored off nearby isles, with the silhouette of large seafaring vessels farther away. Compared to other ports you have visited in the past, there appears to be very little activity. Hello. Pardon me. What am I doing? Oh, recording my sales. Still do it daily out of habit, though I don't know why I bother. Hardly sell anything these days. Business has never been this terrible, but I suppose things could have been even worse. I could have a consortium to keep afloat, like Khalsal. I don't envy his position. Better to be alone with my little operation. I've come to realize. You're a traveler, by the looks of you. If you have a moment, perhaps you could pay Khalsal a visit? He'll be glad for a tiding from abroad. Like as not, you'll find him at Salwyn Sail, the harbour guild building across the water from here. Across the water? I'll go there in a second. I need to find somebody else. There. So, sales are not happening. See, Salala, of course he'll catch an economic discrepancy and missed business opportunities. Exactly. Oh. I cannot get on your boat? Rude. Well now, if it isn't a traveller, you're a rare sight in these unsettled times. People have been giving us a wide berth since that accursed tower suddenly appeared at Naronair. Well, that would explain. If it just stood there and loomed ominously, perhaps things would be fine after a fashion, but no. It had to spawn fell fiends as well. Well, we still have our lives thanks to the Radiant Host, but business is as good as dead. What will become of us, only the gods know. Oh, by the way, do we have, like, ether? Huh, we do have ether things. This is where we're going. Yeah, I could set up a string selling shop. I mean, I could get the whole economy back in order by just walking Estinian around the market. Oh, nice outfit. That looks really cool. Oh, thank you for the subscription, Kachu. Welcome. Wait. Is that subscription on YouTube? Why is this active again? Hold on, give me a second, guys. I swear, my thing is just... Yeah, YouTube subscriptions are back. My Discord, it's like my Streamlabs just messed up all my settings and I don't know why. And what do you expect me to do? Don't know. This aura has a very short tail. The Dalmascans are incoming, but we already have everything they ordered. What are we supposed to do with it? A sub is a sub, true. I am always happy to get subs. Be it here or on YouTube. I don't know, but yelling at me isn't going to help. All I know is that their plans have changed, and that's that. Look, he must have known this might happen. The Empire is at war with itself, and the provinces are in chaos. And then there's the tower sitting on our doorstep, spitting out monstrosities. The city has its defenses, but we've been offered no protection out there. Out here. We can't blame foreigners for not wanting to take the risk. Gah. But this will be enormous loss. All right. Forget about Dalmascans. Surely some ships are still coming. We have fresh produce, handicrafts, medicine, all the perennial Hannes favorites. Our consortium works closely with merchants and artisans to supply only the finest wares. Quality is guaranteed. I know all these things, Kalsal. I do. Which is why I regret to say I have nothing for you. All voyages have been cancelled or indefinitely postponed. And you are? Wait. You're a foreigner, are you not? A merchant? Please tell me you're a merchant. Not a merchant. I see. That's a shame. I'm sorry, but we're discussing important matters. If you need something, please talk to one of the others. Excuse me? My name is Matsaya, and I'm here to see Kazal? Oh, it seems he's busy. I'll come back later then. No, wait. Wait, elephant. Come back. I'll talk to you. I haven't spoken to an elephant yet. Oh, I love the details of their skin. It really looks like elephant skin. Hi. Yes, can I help you? What did you need? I remember seeing you back in the guild. You wanted to speak with Kalsal too, did you? It's Matsaya, a fisherman of Akyal, a nearby village. I sell my cats to Kachal, who offers it to foreign merchants, but he hasn't bought anything for a while now. When I heard that the consortium had been struggling, I became worried and decided to come and see him. Just as soon as he's free, anyway. He's a hardworking man, and I dare not disturb him. Yeah. Things aren't exactly great at the moment. What are my gloves? 5:30. This is 5:15. Okay. This can go here with the rest of the outfit I'm just gathering up. Matsaya regards you nervously. If I may ask, what is it that you do? I am an adventurer. An adventurer, you say? And you travel the world helping people? Then that must mean you're great at dealing with strangers. Please, won't you teach me to be like you? I'm socially awkward as fuck, man. You see, I brought some fresh fish with me. The portion I couldn't preserve and I wanted to sell them. The problem is that I'm terrible with people. I've ever only dealt with Casal, and I can't talk to customers without getting my trunk in a twist. So please, as silly as it may sound, will you not peddle the fish in my set and show me how it's done? Sure. If you're willing, please let me know, and we can begin at once. The events that follow cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registration. Okay. You'll do it then. Show me how to deal with customers. I'm in your debt. Right. Please try peddling my fish to, shall we say, 3 people here in Yetlimat? I'll observe you and learn. Okay, Matsai is now accompanying you. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with the quest. Okay. Do we have like a chat point anywhere? No? Okay. So, I have to sell them fish. The issue is how many of these are fishermen? Because selling fish to fishermen is not easy. Hello. Huh? Yes? Greetings, friend. How fare you of late? Greetings to you too. I suppose I'm well enough to give, given the circumstance. Things have settled down somewhat, but it was utter chaos when the tower first appeared. Everyone grabbing what they could, trampling over each other to get to the city. Many remain here for now, but I could not stay. Had to come back, continue with my life, such as it is. Whether or not it was the right choice, it's only time will tell. There's no place like home, but don't do anything dangerous, eh? Oh, trust me, I don't. I make sure to keep well clear of the tower, and when more monster emerge from it, I head to the Radiant Host. I heed the Radiant Host instructions. I hope to deal with soon so we can get back to our normal lives. To the days when you could earn as much as you gave and tuck into a meal satisfied that you did good work. Speaking of meals, why not have some fresh fish today? Fresh fish, you say? Oh, you're a fishmonger. When you bait me like that, how can I not bite? Very well, give me some of your fish. Yeah, I don't believe going like straight in their faces is gonna work, but a friendly chat. Thank you for your customs. The catch of the day is shallow cod, delectable stewed in coconut milk or baked with sprinkled salt. We made a sale. Do I get parts of the profit? Just saying, I should get like a teacher's fee. Oh! Oh, I can make him swim! It's amazing. Oh, I can mount up. Do you mount up? No, you just vanish. That's no fun. I was curious what kind of a mount an elephant would have. Okay. Let's check out the next one. Also, Skywatcher, is the weather ever gonna become nice in this place? Where am I? I am... here. It's cloudy to cloud. Bleh. I want not clouds, I want sun. A hawker are you? Do you sell fruit by chance? If so, I want to buy some amra. Let's say a dozen. They don't need to be expert quality. Oh, I'm in thumbnail, yeah. What do you need so many Umbra for? Why, for eating, of course. It may seem like a lot, but of late I go through that much in no time at all. I'm a stock taker by trade, but with no vessel coming these days, the wares are beginning to pile up. Oh, that was in Charlayan, okay. By the same token, nothing is coming in from overseas. But not a day goes by that someone doesn't come asking for the next shipment is arriving. For this and that and this and that. And all of it wears me down, and I find myself feeling constantly hungry. I know how you feel. Thank you. A pity you don't sell fruit, but I enjoyed your little chat. I took my mind off my troubles for a moment. Wait, why couldn't I... That's annoying. None of those seem to lead to a sale. Never mind, if nothing else, you left her with a positive impression. Let's move on to the north side of town, shall we? The next dialogue should have been but if you are hungry, I have some delicious fish you could have. It's gonna be more filling than the fruit. Asking her if she really thinks she's hungry would not have helped. Oh, Urianje. This storehouse, like any other at first glance, yet in contrast to its scale, there is a distinct lack of activity. I know, this place is absolutely dead. What is this? You don't mind, I'm rather busy. Oh god, it's my stomach. Ugh. You okay? Ether sickness. No, nothing so unusual. In my hurry to get back to work, I just ate a little too quickly. So he's sick. You should take it easier. Eat more slowly. Savor your food. Whether I could, but I can't afford to idle. Look as not, circumstances will surely get worse before they get better. Hey, Mr. Crow. And so, I'm working as hard as I can while I still can, the better to be prepared. How do you intend to prepare? By stockpiling supplies. For that, I need to earn coins so I can buy food, medicine, what have you. What about some fish for your supplies? They're freshly caught. Aye, well, fish wouldn't be bad, but I don't want to go through the hassle of preserving them myself. I'd rather buy stuff that's ready to store. So I'm afraid I'll have to pass on your fish. Oh, I should have... I did a stupid... I should have asked Matsaya. Too bad we couldn't make a sale, but we did manage to build something of a relationship. Thank you so much for your demonstration. It was truly eye-opening experience. Come, let us return to the pier. Shame. I'm sorry. I did my best. So, back to the pier with... I love that, I'm tiny with a huge-ass elephant. I have brought shame to my kind. I am no longer a Lala. I am just an embarrassment. But it's the ether sickness, I tell you. That's all, it's just after effects. Thank you so much for showing me how to talk to a customer. You managed to sell the one of the 3 people you approached. It was difficult, but when you put your mind to it, you succeeded. Though you did fail too, but there are lessons to be learned in both success and failure. By applying yours, I'll endeavor to become a better peddler. Telegiatelet is turning in his grave. Still, there's only so much I can do alone. I hope the things will return to normal for Casal soon. I thought I heard a familiar voice. And who should it be but Matsaya? Casal, have you finished your business at the guild? So you were here too. Forgive me, try as I might, I can't find any buyers. With no ship coming in and hardly any going out, there simply aren't any options at this rate. So you can't buy my fish anymore? I'm sorry, Matsaya, I truly am, but for now, you must peddle your own goods. But by myself, I can't. I want to help you, I do, but I can barely help myself. I've put my all into the consortium, and I'll be damned if I let it fall apart. I have friends and families depending on me, and I won't fail them. The sisters are my witness. Casal. Not to worry, using what I've learned from you, I'm sure I'll manage somehow. Well, I had best return to my village. My thanks again, and please take care on the road. Oh dear. This is not a good situation at all. All because of that damn tower. Maybe we could, contact Tataru or something? She could potentially help. Mayhap, owing to the island's small size, the tower impact upon the people's lives doth appear more pronounced here than in Yorcia. There you are. Gotten over the ether sickness, have you? No. I see you've been busy. Managed to learn a tidbit or two, I trust? Yeah. Market is dead. It's really bad. I see. We also heard that the tower is affecting many local livelihoods, but to think there would be such an extent. For another notable, if not wholly unexpected, discovery, disappearances and kidnappings are disturbingly commonplace. As before, the culprit are almost certainly tempered Imperial soldiers. And as before, they mean to use the faith of their hapless thralls to call forth a lunar primal. Business as usual for Telfaroy. Yeah. Mayhap owing to the island's small size? No, wait, you. Judging by his furrowed brow, something important has occurred to Estinian. That Matsaya fellow you were helping, he's Arkasotara, is he not? Apparently, it is almost exclusively his people that are being kidnapped. Should he be traveling alone? Oh. If summoning is his perpetrator's aim, it does stand to reason that Arkasotara would be their primary target. For it's the faith of their ancestor which prevaileth in this land, and many are devout adherent to it. We better go after him. Akalai lies to the west, as I recall, the same direction as Kryl acquaintance, incidentally. It's settled then. Keep your eyes peeled while we make for the village. Yes. So odd hearing the new tune. Northeast. Not quite going northeast, but we're going somewhere. Out of the town, or to the edge of the town at least. Okay. You do not see Matsuya nearby, but the elevated ground up ahead may provide a better vantage point. You think? It's so odd being down to the earth again. So we just run sadly along. There is an elephant. Like an actual... Huh. Wait, so we have elephant people and then we have elephants. Angry looking elephants. Are you hostile? Gaia. You look hostile. Oh, there's a lot of them. Yeah, I didn't expect to actually see elephants. You do not see Mansoya from here either. No, leave me alone. Help, somebody help. Mansoya's voice, and it came from the north. Here we go. My tiny cat. Coming to the rescue. Southwest. Okay. I'll go grab it later. Hello, Garleans. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna let you kidnap this guy right now. Someone keeps on stabbing me in the back. Okay. You okay? They're gone. Oh, where did they go? Why are you here? I see you found him in time. Just barely. We are stopping the kidnappers. You and your friends came to look for me. I don't know how to thank you. On my way home, I took a moment to stop and rest. Think about what to do, about, well, everything. And then those men came. Kidnappers. We heard that the Arkasodara were being targeted. Surely you have as well. Perhaps it's best if you took refuge in the city. We've considered it, me and the others, but fishing is all we know. The ocean, all we have. I see. That is your decision to make, but you should take care not to travel alone. A question, if I may. This understanding that strangers' fiends have emerged from the tower, what canst thou tell us of these beings? Not much, I'm afraid. I have no idea what they are. But I've heard that some bear an unsettling resemblance to our divines. Yeah. So they are primals. For that reason, some have been calling them the tower Sot, House of Divines in Old Tongue, it means. But they're not true divinities. They're monstrous imitations that bring only death. To have one's faith so twisted is grievous indignity, and fully justified art thou in thine outrage. Know that this for no other purpose than to neutralize the tower that we have journeyed to this land. In time, we may be forced to contend with the false gods, and thus we would learn all we may about them. Will thou not tell us of thy divinities and their true nature? You've come all this way to save us? Really? To think I had you peddling fish. Don't worry, it happens surprisingly often. Not fish, but menial tasks. But to answer your question, yes, of course. We would gladly tell you all about our gods. We, I say, because I'm a terrible storyteller, and I'd ask my fellow villagers to do it. So please, come to our village. We're good, God-fearing folk, all of us, and we'd be honored to share our knowledge, and fish. What sayest thou? Shall we pay visit to Akeli? Yeah? Wonderful. Just follow the road west and down the hill. You can't miss it. Shouldn't we walk together? So, this is the simulacra of Thanarian gods that are being summoned. If any doubt existed before, there can be none now. The kidnapped Hanish are imprisoned in the tower. I pray that we will be able to save them. Though indeed saving them will mean confronting their false gods, I guess not. Aye, as you said, we do well to study the religious tradition. To Akyali. Yeah. I want to get up on this thing. Like the big tower in the distance. I don't know if you can see my mouse, so I keep on trying to indicate with it, but I honestly don't see if you see the pointer. Where am I going? This way. On my fat chugaboo. Feels like I'm moving so slowly. Ah, slowness. It's terrible. Is anything close by? To the south. Let's go grab one. There it is. I'm actually gonna be like really clever right now. I'm gonna record myself picking this thing up. There we go. Because I'm gonna use it in a later video. Now, where am I going exactly? There's no other close by. No. Oh, so this is the village. It's pretty. Familiar though I am with the myth of, and legends of the island, to hear them spoken by heirs to their storied heritage giveth them new life. Sure, I can catch a few fish if I take the boat out, but I've got nowhere to sell them. And even though I do what I can to preserve them, all they end up doing is filling my storehouse, instead of filling my pockets. I mean, a positive is, at least you won't starve. Welcome to Akyali, my friend. The name means white beach, and there isn't much here save that, but please, make yourself at home. Your companions have already begun talking to everyone. Feel free to show yourself around and do the same. Any one of us can tell you about our gods, but you could do worse than to start with Kanga, an old Hasvidian. They're free at the moment, as it happens. Okay. Kanga, hello. Ah, you wish to know about our gods. What a curious visitor you are. Most want fish. In this case, I am happy to oblige. Now, I don't know how it went you hail, but our island is home to many gods. They can be divided into two groups. The Mansuya, being of wisdom, who assume the form of men, and the Marga, being of might, who assume the form of beast. Together, they are divinities. Their forms and personalities many and varied. Some are kind and gentle, others stern and temperamental, just like we mortals can be. All are possessed of great insight and experience, and by heeding their teaching, we strive to be better people and live better lives. Fair enough. What about you? Interested in learning about our gods, you say? That's what I like to hear. Prick up your ears then and listen. In ancient times, Mansuya and Marga deities, who look like men and beasts, respectively, were locked in conflict. Eventually, seeking the wisdom of the Manusya, the Marga cast aside their own heads and took up those of their foes. Are we talking figuratively or literally? Likewise, the Mansuya coveted the might of the Marga, and so they too resolved to trade heads. Wait, are we saying there are like beast gods out there with human heads and humans out there with beast heads? Is that the situation with the gods? Very Egyptian. Thus were born the new gods possessed of both might and wisdom. and they ushered in age of harmony between the two factions. From then on, and as a sign of their esteem for one another, the Mansuya have worn animal faces and the Marga the limbs of men. That is really creepy. Just saying. Hey, Estinian. Mark you that platform out on the water? Some manner of shrine, perhaps? Could be, yeah. I haven't seen Thinkrit. Oh, there's Thinkrit. So I say I don't see him. Find him immediately. Any luck? A charming little village. Shame about the hideous tower. Yeah, it kinda ruins the view. Welcome to our village, traveler. Is there anything I can help you with? Who are you? I'm a fisher, and a good one at that. I'll reel you in the biggest catch from the open sea. Or something smaller by the shore if you prefer. Your choice. Now, if only I were skilled with a rudder as I am with a net, someday I find myself so far from shore that I miss the morning rush at the bazaar. Where is this place? This is the fishing village of Agyali. You can think of it as the fishers. Yetlimat, which is perhaps not such a helpful analogy for the foreigners. Of course, we've had few merchants coming to either port since that horrible tower appeared, not to mention the kidnapping. Ugh. Abe says, I mean, Ganesha, Hanuman, not unheard of in Hinduism. Yeah, probably true. I don't know that many of the Hindu gods. There you are. Learned a thing or two about their gods, I trust. Yeah. While you were off talking to the others, I remember something that may be of interest. If you could let your friend know, I'll go and fetch it from my home at once. Okay. He's fetching something. Apologies for the wait. I wish to show you the hanging scroll which depicts 3 of our most revered deities. By all means, we should like to see it. Uh-oh. Okay. He was nodding, not sighing. These are Munsoya. You heard about them already, yes? 3 sisters. Yeah, and wearing animal heads. Okay. The center one is the eldest, Sinduruva, a goddess of wisdom, for this alchemist holds her in the highest. To her right is the middle sister, Sanduruva, a goddess of wealth. She counts many traders among her followers. And on the left is Munduruva, the younger sibling. She presides over craft and so is beloved by weavers. Although each is worshipped for different reasons, the sisters are usually portrayed together. Oh, oops. I clicked too soon. In like fashion to the Mansuya, the deities of Eorzea preside over myriad aspects of life. And what of the Mark, if I may ask? The Mark hold power over nature. In ages past, they were revered as guardian deities in time of conflict. If you have occasion to visit our temple and ruin, you'll find their images there. Among them is a god who possesses a Gaia head, and he is veneered as the progenitor of the Arkasodara. And then there's dragons. They occupy a special place in our history. You worship dragons too? It's said that the ancestor of the satrap, the ruler of Ratsatahan, forged a covenant with a dragon, divining in ancient times. The divinity has since acted as a guardian deity of the satrap. Legend holds that if ever the satrap is needed, his dragon ally will fly to his aid. Dragon ally. Maybe one of Midgar's Ormur's children. You claim to be a terrible storyteller, but nothing could be further from the truth. The passion you bear for your faith is plain to hear. I'm confident that the information you've given us will serve us well in our effort to deal with the tower. That is very kind of you to say. Thank you. I will pray for your success. Right, I believe it's time we sought out Kryl acquaintance. An alchemist by the name of Nitana. According to Kryl's note, we are to find her at a place called the Great Work, further north along the coast. Alright. Matsaya has a shine in his eyes that wasn't there before. Look at the blue sky in the picture. I want to get a blue sky like this. Did you say you're going to see Nitana? Oh, how I envy you. She's brilliant and beautiful, kind and understanding. And did I say she's beautiful? Oh, I could stare at her dainty ears and adorable trunk all day. And those eyes, when you meet her, take care you don't drown in them. Somebody has a crush. Northeast. We're kind of heading northeast. Well, more northwest. North. We're heading north-ish. I like the pretty, like, purple rocks and stuff. This place almost looks alien. It's really nice. It's like a completely different aesthetic from what we've seen before. Let's stay away from the Hamsa, which are just oversized dodos. Oh, are we going in the cave or are we going above? I like the music here. Very, very perky. Of course, we have no rain because good weather is just not something that will follow me in this game. That's not good. If there was a barrel, there's a conspicuous lack of blood. It says, man, where did we find them? What could have befallen these people? Well, there was like a Garlean toxin that just killed people. So they stopped making it? Could they be making it again? What in the world? Oh. Maybe they aren't dead. Maybe they're just sleeping.
What happened here?
I don't know. Your voice is so growly. I can't go that growly.
Their dress marks them as alchemists. I see no evidence of injury or poison.
Thinkest thou they but slumber?
It looks like it.
I believe so. Whether it is by choice is another question entirely.
If it was by choice, they would probably do it inside a house, right?
Oh, we have guests.
Yeah, have you seen all the ones who are snoozing?
You must excuse the poor welcome. Long days and longer nights have taken their toll, as you can see.
Hello.
I am Vashan, servant to the satrap. My task was, in fact, to wake these good men and women, if you will allow.
So they did do this on purpose. But why?
People of the great work, I come bearing new scales.
Scales? We have new scales?
Oh God.
Yes, my friends. Gather round. I have them right here.
Oh, have
Now I can continue my experiment.
Oh, they were lacking resources.
One for me.
What we found was
Those are
bored
dragon
scientists.
Yes, such materials are vital to their most pressing research.
Where did you get them?
And we are fortunate to have them. Our experiments are so close to bearing fruit.
You are the one I think I need to find.
Soon we will have a talisman capable of nullifying the etheric emissions from that accursed tower.
Huh.
Did I say something wrong? Are you not here with Varshan? Wait, who are you people?
We are looking for a person.
Of course. You're the one Kryl sent. The warrior of light we've been waiting for.
Please, can you pick me up?
Ah, this is a day of celebration. Praise be to Cinderova!
The winds have shifted. I feel it. The end to our toil is near.
I feel it too. My head hasn't been this clear in days.
Tell me, how did you acquire those scales?
Curious that it concerns you so.
Well, you know.
But worry not. They were freely given by the dragon with whom our satrap has forged a lawful pact.
It's good. I would like to meet the dragon though, just to be sure.
That is well.
You must be quite familiar with Dragonkin, yes?
Did this guy just appear beside him?
Is this their congealed blood I see on your weapon?
Speaking of dragon blood, you yourself have been infused with it, have you not? I should like to draw a file or two, if so.
Now, see here. Come along, come along. I must insist that you visit our laboratory.
Cease your shoving, or so help me.
Orianji's just gonna praise for him.
Dear, your poor companion. What with the new scales and your timely arrival, my colleagues are a little giddy with excitement.
Yes.
No harm will come to him, I promise. Meanwhile, shall we find a quiet place to talk?
Oh, you're just gonna leave him with them?
As you may have guessed, I am Nidana, the alchemist who sent the request to your mistress Kryl. We have workshops across the nation collaborating on this research project.
She is
But it
adorable.
is here, at the great work, where I collate our results.
He has such a nice
Come with me,
voice.
all of you, and I can explain the crux of the situation.
And I want her outfit. Well, I want the outfit like hers. Maybe more in pink, but still, like, I would like to dress like her. That's super cute. She is delightful. Okay, where is Justinian though? Oh, first Aetheryte. Oh, their Aetheryte has like a hole in it. Huh. Oh, there's like a thing inside of it. Okay. Let's attune to this. Step 2. Find where they put Justinian. Can I find Justinian? Or is the research area somewhere like to the side? Like somewhere I can't find? Junkmonger. This is a shopping area. Maybe I can't find him. Well, we have Thancred and Urianger, and hopefully we find Justinian okay soon. The shellfish is ideal for those who have suffered blood loss. Mayhap we should have acquired some from Messiah. Oh, for the days when I enjoyed such fervent adoration. But on this occasion, I am glad to entrust the burden of popularity to Justinian. Pray, pay me no mind. I am here here that I may be of service. Nothing more. Okay. Not sure I can do their accent. Allow me to thank you for answering our call. Many towers have appeared around the world, and we are grateful that you will assist us with ours. Though Kryl herself is tied up with another investigation, Felicity is an eminent, capable substitute, and we will spare no effort to aid you. So, if I understand correctly, you seek to make a talisman that can nullify etheric emission. Indeed we do. As you know, the tower emits vast concentration of ether. One cannot be near it without being tempered. And such, we can only study the tower from afar, and are powerless to deal with it in any consequential way. In order to strike back, the satrap bade us alchemists create an enchanted talisman that will allow our soldiers to venture into the tower, even should they lack innate protection. Could such a thing be possible? Admittedly, we are still in the midst of testing, but we are quite confident. Even prior to this, our people have long pursued countermeasures against the etheric corruption of primals. Of the methods tested to date, those utilizing dragon scale proved the most promising. Owing to their etheric density, the scales are highly resistant to disruptive forces. The mightier the dragon, the greater the resistance. We seek to amplify these protective properties through our alchemy. Hello, cat. Okay. Thanks to the scales provided by His Excellency, we have been able to make steady progress with the talisman. Soon, we will be ready to conduct a field test, and here is where you and your blessing of light come in. What exactly is it that you need me to do? Nothing complicated, I assure you. We ask only that you serve as an escort. I will explain in greater detail later, but you will be venturing into the tower's field of influence. And so, for your own safety, I would first test how well your blessings shield you. With your permission, of course. It shields me perfectly. In that case, Urianja and I will find other ways to make yourself useful, seeing as you all work to the point of collapse. I suspect you could do with more hands. We would be grateful for any assistance you can provide. She is so cute. I like that we finally also have allies that are like much bigger than us. Most tribes we visit are usually small. If you're ready, then let us put your blessing to the proof. If you exit the great work and turn south, there will be a hill to the right. I will meet you at the top after seeing to some preparation. Right away. Okay. Wait. She gave me directions and then immediately I forgot them. Did she say left and then a hill? No, that's definitely the other way. I can navigate. Ah yeah, hill to the right. See. So good at navigating. Master of navigation. Never get lost. Ever. Hey. Þú liggur á lyklaborðinu. I have a cat trying to like snuggle up to me. You can't see her because he is currently trying to lay on the keyboard. Being very lovable. Drunken Deepa. You see a lantern designed in the local style. I hope you didn't have trouble finding this place or climbing the hill. Not all are accustomed to the physical strain. I give you the fruit of our sweat. Here's a many sleepless night. The Drunken Deepa. Go to... A Deepa is a lantern presented to the gods as an offering. Taking inspiration from the tradition, we created this device to test the talisman efficiency. Abe asks, is the word for never and always the same in Icelandic? You appear to confuse both in English. No, it's not the same in Icelandic. But trying to read in English does confuse me sometimes. Am I confusing it a lot when I read? But the words are quite similar actually in Icelandic. Aldrei means never, or alltaf means always. You're always losing yourself. A deep is a lenten present to the gods as an offering. Taking inspiration from the tradition, we created this device to test the talisman efficiency. I'm never finding my way. I find my way. We are here, aren't we? Upon activation, it will move a certain distance before emitting a powerful blast of ether. In lieu of corruption, those lacking sufficient protection will experience severe ether sickness. For your test, you will be exposed 4 times. That should be enough to ascertain your blessing protective capabilities. Please begin whenever you're ready. I shall be observing from a safe distance. Always. Do I ever get lost in my apartment? That has not happened yet, no. Commencing etheric exposure testing. Repeat. Commencing etheric exposure testing. Retreat to a safe distance if you're not the subject. Follow the drunken Deepa's lead and try not to fall behind. So I just have to follow it? Readying ether. Please stand back. Well, I'm not supposed to stand back. Oh. This is the girl who thought the entrance to the rising stone was on the roof for a good 30 seconds. I mean... How far do you want me to go? Ready to discharge. Okay. Warning. Discharging ether. You're struck by a powerful blast of ether but suffer no ill effect. Well, I should not. I'm supposed to be completely immune. Subject has no irrepressible urge to empty their stomach. Confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow. Why do you make me run? Why is that part of the plan? Why can't you just blast me 3 times? Or 4 times? Your test is weird. Please stand back. Should be fine. No ill effect. Subject stomach and bowel integrity holding. Confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow. This is such a weird test. Maybe it's testing like if with further exhaustion I get weaker. Okay, blast me. You're struck by yet another powerful blast of ether, but suffer no ill effect. The blessing of light appears to be keeping you safe from harm. As it should be. Subject fortitude rated. Impressive. No irregularities confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow and brace for final discharge. Run around, run around. Chasing a lamb in shitty weather. Because why, when I would go to a pretty place, would I get a nice weather? There we go. Blast me. You're struck by the strongest blast of ether yet, but survive completely unscathed. Etheric exposure testing concluded. Please collect and deliver me to the supervising alchemist. Congratulations on retaining your composure and your humors. rain is not nice weather when I want to see, like, I'm in a tropical paradise. It's not supposed to be raining. Ah, you returned, and not on your knees. A promising sign. But come, let me take the deep off your hands. Can we use this to bless Justinian? He didn't have to suffer ether sickness. It would be funny. Thank you. I shall replenish his ether for when we test the talisman. So, no dizziness, nausea, or anything of the sort? You're feeling perfectly fine? Yeah? Then the strength of your blessing is beyond doubt. There is no risk that the tower will corrupt your ether. With that, we can request your aid for the task ahead with easy hearts. Heathens regard you with those eyes you could drown in. You're a capable warrior too, are you not? Would you be amenable to assisting me with another errand? Whoa. Abe just passing through with a hippo? You see, our talisman requires the use of special ink, but we have exhausted our stores of a key ingredient for it, spiritweed. The herb grows not far from here, and I would like to go and harvest some with the recent spate of kidnapping. However, we, Arkasodara, travel alone at our peril. Would you not come with me as my escort? I would compensate you for your trouble, of course. Sure? I am in your debt. Without further ado, let us head to Kadaya's footsteps. It is situated on the road which runs east of the Great Works. Lovely. So, this way? Oh, it's like far away to these, so... Oh. I wonder what causes these type of pillars to build. It's most likely there was water here at some point and eroded away, like this area. I may simply be imagining it, but I feel as though we've been followed. Look out, Malicity! Ah, the Imperials. Don't worry. I'm not gonna let them take you. I feel kind of sorry for the Imperials. And it's kind of funny. The nation who was so against primals, now all of them are tempered. Gods, but that gave me a fright to think that the moment I ventured outside the safety of the work. Thank the sisters I asked you to come with me. You're alright, I hope? I'm perfectly fine. Good, good. Let's continue on then. It isn't far now, just through these pillars and up the rise. Right away. I cannot wait until I can get a hippo mount of my own. To be dragged around in a carriage looks so nice. Also, it's a really pretty carriage. This mount I like not because it's pretty or anything, but because it's funny. Just I like my position on it. And here we are, Kadaya's footsteps. Kadaya was a great dancer, and those who follow in her, well, you know, they come in this place to train and dedicate their dance to their ancestors. A happy benefit of it is that spiritweed grows here in abundance. I will set about harvesting at once, if you would be so good as stand guard. The kidnappers aren't like to return soon, but better safe than sorry. Yeah. So this is one of the temples. Does that mean one of the... was it Magyar? Their beast-like gods is a pretty bird like this. That is really cool. Oh, I like the statues. That looks really nice. Just a happy music. I'm guessing
yes,
this...
that would be Radzad Khan. Hardly anyone has been allowed in or out since our troubles with the tower began. The faithful citizens huddle inside the city walls, and commerce has all but ground to a standstill. I pity the satrap, the trials he must be facing.
Is that the leader? What can you tell me of the satrap?
Well, he is the most important person in Radzad Khan. Long ago, this island was home to two tribes of Matanga, the Gajasura and the Arkasodra. When the Aura came to these shores, it was the Arkasodra with whom they joined forces. Together they defeated the warlike Gajasura, forcing them to flee Thavnair altogether. Peace and prosperity reigned for a time, until a clan of Hjor from the mainland decided they wanted the island for themselves. It was a direct ancestor of the present satrap who arbitrated that conflict and welded the warring factions into the nation we know today. And ever since, a member of that esteemed lineage has inherited this somewhat unique position. You see, by and large, the state is run by the people, but when problems arise, it is the satrap who mediates a solution. The stability provided by the satrap is what has allowed Radzad Khan to thrive all these years. And it was the satrap himself who entrusted us with this duty. We will not fail him, nor our countrymen.
It's an interesting, political system.
What is the delay with the vessel? I told you I need to adjust those ratios.
Well, these were the people who took Estinian. I'm guessing he has been released. Uh-oh.
I come all this way to admire one of my splendid towers, and what do I find? Fools attempting to ward off its tempering influence with magic trinkets.
Nice to see you too, Van
I
Daniel.
seem to recall a similar experiment in ages past. What was that man's name? Oh, something. Owen? Another body, another time. Who could be expected to remember every trivial detail?
Allowing them to construct such handy talismans would be counterproductive to my plans. And yet, I find myself deathly curious. How will they manage this feat with the limited knowledge and resources at their disposal? Complications be damned, for we cannot escape the nature of our souls. And I, as ever, am my own worst enemy.
That seems to be a very common ASEAN thing. They are just really curious. Can't help but let things happen just to see what happens. I have enough spirit weed to last us a good while. Thank you for keeping watch. Let us head back to the great work, shall we? Yes. I, for one, am gonna teleport back. Oh, look at this. That's like the towers and stuff in the distance. It's so pretty. I want to propose somebody fills in these holes, because one wrong step and I'm gonna fall into the water. Also, finally! Nice weather. My friends are gone. Melicity, my thanks again for your assistance. With your help, we're a little bit closer to completing our talisman. Yes, even the weather is happy to see him. And Daniel is lovely to have him show up from time to time. This is a must, but please accept it as a token of my gratitude. Thank you. Little does Nidana know that she is about to send you on another errand. Of course she is. If you will excuse me, I shall return to my work on the talisman. Ah, you're both back. Excellent. I have a message for you, Mistress Nidana. It would seem the stores of Giant Gold are running low. What? But when last I looked, there was still plenty. I suspect that was before Urian J told everyone about their tempering cure, and Estinian shared his knowledge of dragons. You appear to have since been inspired to fashion a number of new talisman prototypes. I see. Well, if it leads to new possibilities, then far be it from me to complain. But we will need to replenish our stores. I should be happy to tend to this if you like. As much as I appreciate the offer, my dear boy, I can't in good conscience send you out there alone with the kidnappers at large. Felicity, low though I am to press for another task on you so soon, might I ask you to fetch the giant gold? In case you're not familiar, giant gold is a type of ore found on the island. Owing to its hardness and etherical conductivity, it has application in many disciplines, alchemy, not least of all. The quarry where it's found, aptly named Giant Skull Ground, isn't far away, so it shouldn't take much of your time. Maybe impose on you once more? I mean, that's what people do. Thank you. Upon arriving at the grounds, please seek out a man named Senua. He will furnish you with the ore. At the very least, permit me to accompany you. It so happens I have an errand of my own that will take me to the outpost nearby. May we borrow a pair of Hamsa, Mistress Nidana? By all means. Do try to be patient with them. Those that survive are still in training. I will bring the Hamsa to the entrance. Meet me there when you're ready. Was Hamsa the birds? We saw outside? Like the dodos? Or are Hamsa the hippos? Oh, Chocobo Keep. Hello. Just do this. Where is he gonna meet us? Just outside. Of course, as soon as it stops raining, it's nighttime. It is the birds. Here are our Hamsa. Melicity, if the creature looks familiar, it's because they are close kin to your Eorzean dodos. Hamsa have long been kept as livestock in Thavnair, and many a hatchery may be found here. Alas, the largest of these was recently raised by monsters from the tower. On account of said hatchery being situated near the tower, the Radiant Host repurposes the remnant as an outpost. That is where my errand takes me, and our own destination is but a stone's throw away. If you have no objection, let us first make to the outpost. We set forth at your word. Yeah, let's go. You ready? Then let us depart. Need only ride and relax. My bird and I will take the lead for you to follow. Yeah? Let us be off. If you haven't ridden dodos before, be warned that they have a wobbly gait. This looks hilarious. The tiny wings that's just like fluttering about. I cannot imagine a Rogadin wearing this. That spectacular formation stretching out over... You are too quick! Is called Kada, a word which means sword. This sword legend holds was wielded by the Mansuya against the Marga before it was cast down at the conflict's end. To the left, and requiring no introduction, is the tower. As you can see, it straddles a small isle. I'm really glad that this dialogue thing shows up in the dialogue box. Almost there. Though the main part of the hatchery is atop the cliff, the outpost itself is on the beach. I've never been this close to a tower, I think, before. Not without being in like an instance thing or something. That looks cool. Hello. You're not gonna speak to us? Okay. And here we are. Manned by the Radiant Host, this outpost is our first line of defense against the tower. It is big. Well, well. Who should it be but young Varshan on an errand for the satrap? I am. His Excellency bade me come to collect your report. He also wished to express his heartfelt gratitude to the brave men and women of the Radiant Host for their unflagging dedication. We simply do our duty, but we are honored to receive His Excellency's reward. So, 2 of them are dragoons, and they look a lot like Estinian. Like the armor. And yet, for his boundless benevolence, his treatment of one so young could be regarded as callous. Though we have enough relative peace and calm the past few days, this remains the front line of battle. No place for children. Your predecessor too often travelled alone. It's been, what, 2 years now since he took over? I wonder how the fellow is faring. Like those before him, he went on to represent the satrap in foreign lands. Wherever he may now be, I'm certain he's well. As for myself, I assure you that I do of my own volition, and gladly. I pray you do not think ill of His Excellency. Certainly not, lad. Whatever happens, my faith in the satrap is unwavering. But still, I worry for you. We would be overcome with sadness if something were to befall you. For you are a little brother to us all. Take care, do you hear? I will, Nabdeen, thank you. And who might this be? Not Hannes by the look of her. Permit me to introduce Melisity Mal of the Eorzea contingent come to assist in making of the talisman. From Eorzea, you say? Towers have appeared over there too, yes? Tell me, what is the situation like? Well, they keep on summoning shit. May I suggest that you exchange information with our soldiers? Both parties would stand to learn something of value, I believe. An excellent idea, given the unprecedented nature of the threat. Some of our are understandably anxious. We would be glad for any tiding you can share. You two, bring Varshan the latest report and answer any question he may have. It's kind of neat. His armor, the Aura's armor, it had scales over the tail. Oh, they all have like tail-like scales. Like this thing down, but it actually formed to his tail, which was kind of cool. Like this. This is a neat design. We usually don't see anything work this well with the tails. It occurs to me I've yet to properly introduce our company. We are the Radiant Host, a military order under the satrap command. Our duty is to preserve peace in the land. be it patrolling the street or dealing with heretofore unknown threats such as now. We train hard and admit only capable warriors to our rank. Even so, we struggle to contend with the fiends from the tower. Though we succeed in striking them down, on the 2 occasions they came in force, we had to pay a heavy price. What of the tower in Eorzea? Do they likewise spawn monsters? Yes. So, it's much the same everywhere. With every nation struggling, we cannot expect calls for outside aid to be answered. No, we are all kinda in a mess. Ah, I've heard about you, the visitor from Eorzea. Is there anything you can tell us about the Telforoi? We know that they're the ones behind the tower, and that they've declared war on the whole world. But why are they doing it? What is that they want? This we don't understand. There is a really long history to explain. What? They want to die, and take everyone with them? What madness is this? Well, you can't bet that we won't let those bastards have their way. We'll fight them with everything we have, like our Eorzean and Far Eastern brothers. You wish to know about the tower? To be honest, we know little and less about it ourselves. This Tower of Sod, as folk have taken to call it, suddenly appeared where it did on the Isle of Narunair. We are safe from its influence at this distance, but go too far into the water and you'll expose yourself to its corrupting ether. You're foreigners, aren't you? How are they dealing with the tower in your homeland? We have a group of people kinda trying to deal with them. Our struggles are not unique, and our hopes still lie with the talisman. We must keep the monsters contained until they're ready. Yeah. Finished speaking with the soldiers? Have you? I hope it was enlightening for you as it was for them. As the neutral nation and trading hub both, Ratsatan ordinarily receives a steady stream of news from abroad, alas the stream dried up when trading vessels stopped coming. Amidst the dearth of information, everyone will have been grateful for your account. But come, you best see to your original errand, as mine will keep me here a while longer. However, I'm afraid I cannot guide you the rest of the way. Worry not, the path is straightforward. Need but follow the road east. Upon the Hamsa you will arrive before you know it. Brief though it was, I enjoyed our time together. Till we meet again. We're gonna take the Hamsa again? Though the Hamsa appears to want to return home, it reluctantly offers you its back. Should you become separated from your steed, speak with the Radiant Peacekeeper at the Hamsa hatchery to mount it again. You can't fly. Okay, so I'm supposed to follow. Okay, there is a mark on the map. Follow the road east. That's all good. I'm hoping there's no aetheryte over there. Next one is like there. We're gonna have to stop soonish because it's like half an hour since my stream time ended, and I need to prep for work tomorrow. As now, stream times are gonna have to be a little bit more controlled. No more 7 hours, preferably. But I'm gonna go and turn in this quest at least. So it's not gonna be in my quest log bothering me. This is pretty. Guess this is where I'm going? Two more quests, but both are cutscene heavy and longish. So there are 2 more quests left of this thing. Okay, we can do 2 quests. No sooner do you arrive at your destination than the Hamsa dashes off. Alkaina is like... It's 4... It's almost 5 though. We're gonna have to do them next time. As much as I want to do them now. Aye, this is indeed the Giant's Tall Ground, and I am Senua. Is there something you require? I'm here to do something? Giant Skull for the alchemist, you say? But of course, they shall have it. They labor tirelessly to deal with the tower, and this is the least we can do to provide them with the materials they need. So, there. So I think this is a good place to take a break, even though it kinda sucks. But it's just for management of life stuff. That's kind of the pain. I fear I do have to make sure I'm ready for tomorrow and subsequent weekends. So we're gonna try to go back down to like 3 to 4 hour streams instead of 5 to 7 hours. So I think that's gonna be good. But I hope you still had fun. What do you think about this land? Like, we didn't get to see it a lot in the light, but it's quite pretty. I like the elephants. They're quite lovely, and the little boy is kind of sweet. One thing though I noticed is that the boy is like, he works for the leader, but he's not the firstborn. So 2 years ago he traded places with somebody else, but that person is now somewhere out in the world working as a representative. That's kind of interesting. We never met anyone, so I wonder like where they are. Or maybe there's like a super dark story about it. Maybe they just get killed. Never know. Few things that I should have noticed. Do share. I would love to see the things I should have noticed. So I will have like good context for the future. The 2 elephant beast tribes. You already met both. Wait, there are 2 different elephant tribes? I thought there was... Huh. So, you meaning the fishermen are one and the researchers are one? What magic spell do I use to keep Katla on camera? Her bed. My cat is old. She's like 11. She likes to nap and she likes to be beside me at all times when I'm home. So if I would move to the bedroom, she would follow me. But generally, if I'm here, she's there. I've been wondering though. Try something. Sorry. Pardon. I'm trying to get like a better angle. Haha. Maybe I should have it like this. If I can get a little better angle at her. Hi. Am I messing with the camera? You don't like that? So you can see, like, I'm right beside her, and she likes that because she knows she can get like a lot of pets and stuff. Pet Katla? We'll pet Katla. The Arkasodara in Thavnir and Gasajura somewhere else in the world you've been to and saw some elephant people. Have I seen elephant people before? Where have I seen elephant people? I don't remember. It's just a neighbor. Our neighbor is being loud. Just a neighbor. Þetta bara nágranninn. Þetta allt lagi. Allt lagi. God, these look so concerned. I think hubby is asleep. She's like the look of terror. Someone in the FC is in that location. Let me check. Members. In the Asim Steppes? Did we see elephants there? Mr. Crow has asked for a random fact about Iceland. Iceland is placed on a thermal vent. So basically under the country there is like a huge heated area, which is quite nice because that means we have a lot of naturally hot water. It does mean that we have geysers and such, but we also have things like the Blue Lagoon, which is just it's not technically natural. It's basically we heat our houses and everything by just pumping up like ridiculously hot water. It's lovely. It means all our pools are heated, though nobody really owns a pool for themselves. It's more just public pools, but they're all heated. And we have a really big culture around pools and hot tubs. Before the Dawn Throne are caves with elephant people inside. Huh, I'm gonna have to go check that out. That's pretty cool. I know I'm still petting the cat. It's just, she's being so sweet. So yeah, if you ever come to Iceland, I highly recommend checking out just the local swimming pools because the Blue Lagoon is nice to go to, like if you want to do it as an experience. But the water in the Blue Lagoon and the water in the pool is the same water. It's just the only difference about the Blue Lagoon is there is like some clay thing at the bottom that colors the water and is apparently very good for you. But don't always go for natural baths. The public pools are quite lovely. And they're warm, different from other countries. My dad lives in Finland, and I remember going to a pool when I was a kid with him, and I was so disappointed. I stepped in the pool and was like, what is this? Why is it so cold? What kind of inferior shit is this? And then we went into the hot tub, and that was like the heat of a regular pool. It's like, what the hell? I felt so sorry for them. Though, of course, you know, their country is much warmer, so cooler pools make sense. But not for 5-year-old me, who was there visiting in the middle of a fucking winter. And it was an indoor pool and it was so cold. Itchy. Yo. Hey. Boop. The outfit I like, the dancer looking one with billowing sleeves and strappy sandals from Tavenir. Oh. Yeah, that's the outfit I saw on the statues. Your pools are cold water. I think most everywhere in the world pools are cold water. The only reason Iceland really can do hot water pools is because most water we use in Iceland, not the drinking water, that's usually cold, but a lot of our other water is pumped up and then it's cooled down so we can use it. So, because it comes to us like boiling. So you have to be really careful. If you just turn on the hot water here, you can actually severely burn yourself. So you have to like manage it. Don't stick your hand under super hot water. But it's quite nice. I've never like severely burned myself with water, but I have managed to burn myself in the kitchen sink once with water. But I'm just careful about it. But it's nice because we don't have to have water heaters. So if you want to take a hot shower, you can basically take forever long hot shower. The hot water won't run out. And all our heating system is radiators which circulate hot water through them. So heating is actually relatively cheap in Iceland. Like compared to a lot of other places that have to use either gas or coal or electricity. So it's nice. doesn't it smell like sulfur a bit with the volcanic soil it goes through? No, but it does have a mineralist taste, I am told. Like the water has a taste. A lot of foreigners don't like it. I don't like the Icelandic water that much. It feels like it has a texture to me. But if you like add a little bit of any flavor into it, it's fine. But yeah, I'm told it has a taste, and we have an issue with like calcium anywhere. So anywhere you have water, you can have like calcium issues. The hot water basically brings in calcium, and so the cold water has like a slight taste to it. The hot water can have a smell to it. It depends on where you are, but it can happen that there is a slight scent. But you don't notice it like that much. But I think most Icelandic people, we don't notice sulfuric smell that much. Unless if we go to like the areas that have really strong sulfuric smell, and that's disgusting. I actually learned last summer that sulfuric smell can come in different varieties, and some of them are way worse than others. Because we went to one of these mud places where basically everything is boiling. Tourists like to go there. I'm like, eh. It looks fancy, but it smells so bad. Like I can't stay there. But it's nice. You guys should all come to Iceland one day just to explore. But hot water, it's the best because I like to take really hot baths, which is what I plan to do in like half an hour. I'm gonna take a super hot bath and watch something. It's gonna be lovely as I prepare for tomorrow. I am so excited to go back to my classroom. I'm gonna post a picture on Twitter because maybe I'll throw in a picture on Discord. So join my Discord if you haven't. It will allow me to... Basically, I can take more photos of the classroom and stuff during this part of the year when I'm setting it up, because I don't have any of my student names up. Because we have very strict rules in Iceland about personal privacy. So I'm not allowed to photograph anything with student names. I'm not allowed to mention their names. I'm not allowed to... Obviously, I'm not allowed to take photos of them. The most, if I'm taking photos of my students for the purpose of showing parents and such, it has rules. I'm allowed to take photos of their hands and of their work, as long as the work is not signed and is complimentary to the student. So I can take photos to go like, oh, the students are making this awesome thing, but I would not be allowed to go like, oh, the students are being bad. Though I don't mind that. I prefer to focus on positives when working with the kids and think like, hey, because usually like problem behavior comes from something we can fix. But yeah, I can't wait. The only problem is that I can't sleep in anymore, and I really like sleeping in. Me and the cat are best friends. We both like to snooze well into the afternoon if possible. But no, that won't be possible anymore. I actually have to show up to work. It's a shame. I wish school was in the evening. I have had several occasions where I'm really glad I live close to the school, because on several occasions I have basically run in as the bell is ringing, going like, yes, I'm here, I'm not late. No more playing until stupid o'clock in the morning. I know. But I do my best work at stupid o'clock in the morning. That's when I get stupid ideas. It's mostly annoying because I've suffered with insomnia since I was a kid and night terrors, so I'm gonna have to hope my sleep behaves. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to do like last year, where I just have days where I'm just really tired at work. But I'm good at coping with that. But yeah, I hope you guys had fun during the stream. I had a lot of fun. This was absolutely lovely. I'm gonna head off now. Gonna go do some work. I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope you have a lovely day. Bye bye.